broadcast of Mount Union football. This is Mount Union football. Now let's take you live to the stadium and our AM 1310 WDPN broadcast team.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Karas Stadium on the campus of the University of Mount Union, the home of the University of Mount Union Purple Raiders today. Good guys taking on Wilmington College. Sam Berkman and my partner John Bazika with you on another beautiful Saturday afternoon here in the Carnation City. Little OAC Saturday football for you. 4-0 Mount Union and 0-4 Wilmington. And yes, we will be keeping you up to date all afternoon long on the Guardians and the Tigers. No score, bottom of the first up in Cleveland. All right, Johnny, good to see you again, my friend. It's been 7 days since our trek down to Otterbein, where the Purple Raiders won by the score of 21-0. I thought before we zero in on this one here today, a quick review of the game last weekend, and we both kind of thought that this week's practice might be amped up a couple of notches because it was not a typical Mount Union performance last week. Now, they shut them out. It was a 21-0 win. It was a road win, which is all good. But something just seemed amiss last weekend. How do you think they'll try to get things back in the Mount Union direction here this afternoon?
You know, it's funny. Before I was up here with you, I was down on the field talking with Coach Dart, and he said, hey, I was looking for you guys after the game last week, wanted to talk to you guys. And I said, hey, that was a tight game you guys had. And he said, yeah, he said, I actually expected that. He said, we felt that Otterbein's front seven was really, really good. And that's something that we talked about, was that they did have a very athletic front seven defensively. He said the biggest difference is, he said, we dominated the game like we did last year against them. He said the biggest difference is we didn't score as many points. He said if you really break it down, we felt we played a pretty good game. And as you said, they did shut them out. They did keep them out of the end zone. And they did a lot of nice things defensively. The key with Mount Union as the season goes along, Sam, is the growth of the offense. We've seen them feast like when they were at Baldwin Wallace in the first half and they looked unstoppable. And we've seen them live through a famine like they were last week, where it seemed like getting first downs and simply extending drives was a challenge for this team. And it's got to start with Noah Boudry and what he does from that position. When he doesn't turn over the ball like he has in previous weeks, the offense is very effective. But when he turns the ball over like he did last week, when the defense has to be on the field a lot, it's a tough challenge. It'll be interesting to see how he handles today. Another team that they are better than on paper, that they should beat by a number of touchdowns. I'll be interested to see how they handle the first quarter to get things underway.
I was just watching a little highlight video montage up on the scoreboard of the game last weekend. I mean, we were flying around. I mean, the defense was flying around, but offensively just kind of got stuck in mud a little bit. And hopefully today we can get things back on track. Of course, Coach Dart doing a phenomenal job here, 46-3 in his tenure with the Purple Raiders. And of course, what is it me, or does it always seem at least every other opponent in the OAC, they've got a first-year head coach? Same deal here today. Kevin Burke, his first year as head coach of Wilmington. They are trying to get over a 10-game losing streak. They're constantly trying to get the corner turned, John. It's just not a lot of tradition with the football program in Wilmington, and even before they came into the OAC years ago. What is it going to take for them to, I'm not saying just ascend right to the top, but to get into that middle tier and start to believe that, you know, they can do some things, at least in the conference?
Yeah, you know, as long as I can remember, the tradition for success just hasn't really been there. And I think a lot of it starts with coaching. A lot of it starts with consistency that comes through the program. And when you have a first-year head coach and you have kind of a constant turnover, it's tough to build that tradition. It's something we've seen with the Browns over the years. You know, you filter in a coach, you filter in new players, and a system never becomes dedicated to. The question today is, how do they do against the best in the OAC? How do they handle that? Are they able to supply some pressure? I thought last week, Sam, Otterbein, despite being winless, did a lot of really creative things to try to create chaos for Mount Union at times. I feel like that's become a buzzword in the last week with AJ Hinch talking about it with the Tigers, with his, bullpen games of pitching. But it's really what you have to do. If you're a team like Wilmington, you need to come in here today, create some chaos, try some different things, and see if you can latch on to something that works. But as long as I can remember, the program has never been top tier or even middle tier. And as to how to get out of that, you need to start winning those games that are those middle tier games. When you play a Heidelberg, upset a team every now and then. When you play a John Carroll, go up there, win a game, beat a Baldwin Wallace once in a while. And they have not been able to do that.
Well, obviously this would be their Super Bowl if they could pull one off against Mount Union today. Purple Raiders are 4-0, as we mentioned, coming off a 21-0 win a week ago in Otterbein. Meanwhile, we told you Wilmington, 10-game losing streak. They took it on the chin 59-3 a week ago up in Ada against Ohio Northern.
Well, and their other losses, 56-13 to Worcester, 42-7 to B-Dub, and 42-13 to Muskingum. So they have not played a close game yet this year. They have.
Purple Raiders, purple jerseys, black pants, purple helmets today. Wilmington, white jerseys, white shorts. Neon green numbers and letters trimmed in the green and the white. Kickoff is underway. Here come the Raiders across the 30 and out to the 34-yard line. Sean Thomas on the return. And here we go. First possession of the day for Mount Union. Of course, led by quarterback Noah Boudry. In the backfield, Tyler Echeverry. We'll see Sean Thomas today, of course. We'll see a lot of other guys carry the football for Coach Hart. Drew Sims, your tight end. Wide receivers, Turner, Sanders, and Cooper. Across the line, the familiar quintet of Cange, Kennedy, Fortner, Burris, and Lilly. Raiders right away going to go trips right, slot left, so 4 wide. Noah in the gun. Mount Union looking to start 5-0. Boudry, quick pitch to the right side. Coming around the corner, 30-35 to the 45, and out of bounds is Echeverry as he's shoved out of bounds over there by Nathan Nemeth from Wilmington. Now, last week, John Tyler really didn't get the call a lot, especially early. Right away today, bang.
Yeah,
first snap and a first down.
Yeah, Darnell was kind of the featured back last week on the road.
Cooper now will go in motion behind his quarterback. He'll get the pass caught 45, 47, and it kind of hog-tied and shoved out over right around the 50-yard line. Didn't look like much, but you check the stats, it's a 5-yard pickup, second down.
Yeah, they're just running different plays to the field. Boundary this time to the left. First time they ran a kind of power toss right. Had the wide receivers of Sanders and Mayop blocking in front that time. They were blocking to the left for Cooper. See what they do here on 2nd and 5.
In the shotgun, Noah back to throw. Out pattern, caught Cooper at the 45. Now, first progress, I think it was a first down, and they're going to keep that progress line, 1st and 10, Mount Union.
Kind of a, I guess, quasi-flood concept there, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're in the wide receiver tree, and guy open underneath. Smart throw. Get it to your trusted hand. Jerry Cooper and Noah Boudry have really built a good relationship early in the year here.
No doubt. First down, Purple Raiders at the Wilmington 45-yard line. No score between the Quakers and the Raiders on 13-10 WDPN. Sam Berkman, John Bazika with you today. Boudry, flat, caught. Tyler, 40, 35-30, breaks the tackle 25-20. He might go 15-10, 5 touchdown. Tyler Echeverry from 45 yards away. He made the catch. He did all the hard work, and the Raiders are on the board. And how about that, Johnny? Look what time it is on the clock. 13-10 in the first quarter. Touchdown, Purple Raiders.
They knew that we were doing the game. Really nice play here. Really well designed. 3 wide receivers out in front blocking. Broke that one tackle there from Nathan Nemeth, the DB, and after that, no one was going to beat him in a foot race. No one was going to get him, but really impressed that whole drive by the wide receiver blocking. That time, Cooper, Turner, and May throw those blocks for him to spring free.
Yvonne Merrick for the extra point, up and good, and we'll take a timeout. 13-10 to go in the first quarter of play. The Raiders coming out on fire, 7-0 Mount Union. We'll be right back.
Get into SARTA and get SARTA Smart. Not sorta smart, sorta smart. Did you know we have 32 fixed routes? Just think of all the places that'll take you. So many of your SARTA destinations to shop, eat, entertain, have fun, learn, and earn. Catch any of them at our 4 transit centers. You'll find them in Alliance, Belden Village, Canton, and Massillon. That's how you get into SARTA and get SARTA smart. Visit sartaonline.com/smart.
7-0 Mount Union. Homecoming 2024. Great crowd here today. A lot of folks also either at the Guardians game, watching or listening. And for that game going on right now, and this is a very nice crowd on this Saturday afternoon. Temperature is supposed to get to be about 72, 73 today. Merrick puts it in the air. Quaker return 5, 10, 15, 20. Right ash 25, 30, 35, 40. Hawk races to midfield. One man deep. Merrick couldn't get him. Inside the 30 and the 25 and wrestled down at the 23-yard line. Ty Smith. Boy, the seat opened around the 30-yard line as we're watching the return here, John. And he turned on the Jets right there.
Just no staying in the lanes. They always talk about that. You stay in your lanes, you complete your assignment, and for some odd reason there, that right side of the field, no one was there on the kick coverage and no real contain. He was able to get through that little hole that opened, and he's got some jets that he can turn on as well.
James Chaney, a touchdown saving tackle here. Come the Wilmington Quakers, Miles Hotstetler, and right off the rip, false start on Wilmington, 5-yard penalty. They'll bring up first down and 15.
By the way, that first drive for Mount Union, 4 plays, 66 yards, buck 45 taken off the clock, and, of course, the touchdown from Boudry to Echeverry.
Quakers, twins left, another flag. Hofstetler's pass tipped twice over the middle, incomplete. Trying to hit his wide receiver, but again, you had Laurie on the field down here at the 30, right in front of the Quaker bench, head coach Kevin Burke. And people may say, Kevin Burke. No, not that Kevin Burke that used to be here at Mount Union. Kevin, his first year at Wilmington.
So Mount gives the 5 yards back. They are gifted 5 yards for a false start, and then play later, they say, and we'll give it back to you. You know, you always wonder why a team is 0-4 and little things like a false start before you even take a snap, Sam. I know it's easy to comment on that. Sure. It's the difference between bad teams and good teams.
Trips left, time Hofstetler back to throw, slings it behind his wide receiver at the 14-yard line, incomplete. He tried to get that to Lathan Jones, who, for me, it seems like Lathan Jones has been in the Wilmington football uniform for the last 10 years. The senior wide receiver, good talent. Made it tough on him there. He had to reach back and get his hands on the pigskin. That'll bring up a second down for Wilmington. 53 opening quarter play. Mount Union 7, Wilmington nothing on 13-10. Inside handoff. Smith. He just kind of burrowed his way for a couple of yards down to the 22-yard line. And that'll set up a third down about 8. And we'll see if the Raider defense can step up right here. Interesting call there. We'll see what Coach Burke comes up with right here. Wilmington's going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. Hofstetler back to pack the throw. Incomplete. It's Isaac Ross at quarterback. Two deeps are just useless. Got a Purple Raider down at the 30-yard line. Let's see what happened here. Great pass defense by Roland.
Yeah, really nice play there over the middle of the field. Had that deep crosser on the tight end going over the middle of the field. It was Bryce D'Angelo, and that was Jazz Jackson who was down. Seems to be walking off under his own power. John Rowland, though, safety, came up there and made such a nice play. Well-timed. Did a good job of getting pressure and supplying, I guess, footsteps for the wide receiver without interfering with him, which is tough to do in today's game.
Connor Bucksath will attempt a 39-yard field goal, right hash for Wilmington. Mount leads it 7-0. Long count, snap, spot. That is not going to get there. Hit. Oh, my gosh, it's good. I got to see this on replay.
I don't think there's any way.
I thought no way in the world that ball was going to get there. I was going to say it went off the stanchion, but maybe it just trickled over the bar, hit the stanchion on the way down, and the kick is good. Guess we're not going to see a replay there. Unbelievable, but it counts. I saw it, but I still don't really think it happened. 12-11 to go in the first quarter. Mount Union 7, Wilmington 3, back with more on 13-10.
Hey, man, good to see you. What brings you out here today? Need to pick up a few tools. You? I need new kitchen cabinets, countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson's Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard plumbing registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park, or visit them online at robertsonkitchenandbath.com, where amazing meets affordable.
Dominating offensive output there by Wilmington on that drive. 0 total yards on the plays that they ran. And they settle for the field goal that I still don't think was good.
I don't either. I mean,
I know we're way up here.
Plays tricks with you. Darnell on the return, going to go all the way to the other side of the field. Now cut it back up 20, 25, 30. And he'll roll his way to the 31-yard line.
You know, I like what Darnell had in mind there. He saw that the field opened in the middle, but I wish he would have planted harder and cut it upfield quicker, opposed to kind of like going on like an angle almost. He should have stopped, planted his foot, and just gone, and he probably could have still been running right now.
It was like a guy making a wide turn coming around third base to come home. That's what Darnell did there.
If he'd stopped and gone, though, it would have been better.
7-3 Raiders. 12:04 in the first quarter play. Sam Merkwin, John Bazika with you on this OAC Saturday afternoon. Raiders trips right slot left. Noah back to throw. Boudry steps tall. Looks left side. Got a man caught. Out of bounds around the 39-yard line. Nicky Turner with the reception.
You know, I was kind of surprised there. I was watching Turner the whole time and went about 12 yards down the field, cut it out, went to the sideline, and Boudry laid a nice ball on him to create a second and short. But with Turner's speed, Wilmington better be careful because he's going to stop that and go one time.
Turner out of Strongsville, Ohio. Second down and 1. Play it tight to the vest here. Yes. Handoff. Echeverry. 45 to the 49. First down, Purple Raiders.
I mean, at this point, Mount Union has not lost yardage on a play.
No.
So it really doesn't seem to matter what you do.
Pretty much gashing the defensive front for Wilmington. 11:10 to go in the first quarter. Guardians and Tigers are scoreless up in Cleveland.
Top of the second.
Boyd and Scooble going there.
Oh.
Play action. Boudry going deep for Turner. Caught it! Inside the 15. Down to the 13-yard line. Big play. You called it, John. First down, Mount Union.
Yeah, he had a post cross there. He had two choices. He had Sanders coming underneath on the shorter route, and then he had Turner going deep. Look at how open Sanders is there on the replay in our booth. He could have probably thrown it to Sanders, and Sanders could have scored, but he chose the deep option.
Raiders hustle up to the line, ready to roll, 1st and 10. Handoff coming around the right side, 15-10. Echeverry 5, bounces to the 1. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Mount Union. Tyler Echeverry went airborne. The final couple of yards, he flies into the end zone, tagging the pylon. 13-3 Raiders. Offense is smoking early today.
15 yards, you pull the guard and the center around and get them out blocking in front. That didn't seem to matter, though, because Echeverry ran outside the numbers and caught the sideline. And like you said, tremendous job of reaching the football out across the pylon.
Yvonne Merrick on for the extra point. It's up and it's good. And if the first two drives are any indication today, Could be a long afternoon for the Quakers. 10:23 to go in the first quarter. Mount Union 14 and Wilmington 3. Timeout.
Hello, Purple Raider fans. Chuck Moore here, former Mount Union running back, four-time national champion, and 2001 Gagliardi Trophy winner. Are you facing some major financial events, things like retirement, marriage, divorce, or selling a business? We at Markham Wealth understand, and we can help. Call 330-564-8590 or visit www.markhamwealth.com for a free consultation.
Neither tailored services nor the background of your financial professional should be construed as a guarantee of a particular outcome. Past performance does not guarantee future results. All investing comes with risk, including risk of loss. Markham Wealth is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
(14-3) Purple Raiders. 10:23 to go in the first quarter of play. Quick update up in Cleveland, Johnny.
Yeah, top of the second, and Tigers with a runner on third, and batter up is facing a full count now from Boyd, and I think he flew him out to right field, but could be a play at the plate here.
Boy.
Noel made the catch. They held the runner at third, too.
All right, good job there, John Kenzie. Purple Raiders kicked the ball out of bounds on the kickoff, so Wilmington will take over 1st and 10.
Not to focus too much on the game, but it was kind of a short bloop shot to right field, which helped out. That was a great throw, though, by Noel.
He'd have been dead duck.
How good has Noel been defensively? Hasn't been able to get the back going offensively, but...
So Tigers and Guardians, no score. Got to get out of the second inning. They've made Matthew Boyd labor a little bit today, but still no score. 1st and 10, Quakers at their own 35-yard line. Mount Union 14, Wilmington 3. Back to throw Ross. Not anymore. Purple Raiders gobble him up at the 33-yard line.
Caleb Brown in there almost immediately. I mean... Really, I don't understand why Ross was so quick to evade the pocket. The two ends were rushing, but he left the pocket really quickly and didn't give it any time to develop.
Isaac Rossi Jr. out of Bayfield, Colorado.
Some happy feet there by him, too.
Ross back to throw, shoves a pitch out left side, 30, 35, 40, 43-yard line. Pretty good carry by Kai Smith. Raiders stop him short of the first down, but it's only going to be a 3rd and 3 now at the Wilmington 42, going right to left.
Runner left stranded on third base as Matthew Boyd gets out of it, striking out the last batter.
All right. So we go to the bottom of the second. Guardians and Tigers, no score.
Shifting focus because I'm paying attention to two things here like you are. Kai Smith needs the ball on every play. Find a way to get that guy the ball. He's the best player on the field for Wilmington.
Salil Muhammad going to go wide right. Twins to the boundary for Wilmington. Ross to throw. Out pattern. Incomplete. Brandon Yassin's great coverage for the Purple Raiders.
You can't have a play that's that slow developing on the outside like that. I mean, you need something on a 3rd and short like that, on a 3rd and 3. You need a quick pass over the middle of the field that's going to get open. Don't give a safety a chance to come up, because if Yassins breaks on that ball 1 second earlier, it's a pick six going the other way.
I think he hit his receiver right in the helmet.
He did.
Now, that he had a tough time getting the snap, did Ross, and then when he let it go, you could tell when it came out of his hands. It was going to be kind of a flutter ball, and incomplete, and the Raiders will get the ball back as Wilmington is in the punt of the way at their own 43-yard line. There's the left-footed boot, end over end. Raider return at the 26-yard line and down at around the 23-yard line. So May with the return. Mount's offense back out on the field. 8:57 to go. 14-13 Raiders. Sam Berkman, John Bazika with you here today. Go ahead, John.
Sorry, Samuel. Total net yards so far. Wilmington 7, Mount Union 135.
Good.
That's I'm not saying this to make you upset, but you better get used to going down on that 2 deep a lot right now, because you're going to be calling a lot of names you haven't seen all year today.
Today might be a good day for the 5 deep.
Mikey Maloney is going to see some playing time late in
this
one.
He could. Raiders ready to roll now, 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Noah Boudry and company with a 14-3 lead. Noah back to throw. Looking. There's the wheel route. Wide open. Caught. 40. Sanders to the midfield and wrestled down at the Wilmington 47-yard line.
So it's funny, as I'm watching here, I need to figure out who this is. Nathan Nemeth, the DB who was the corner on that play, was mad because he forgot to cover the wheel, which was Sanders, and both the two safeties over top decided to go with Nicky Turner, who was running the deep post. Just such a well-designed play. Wilmington left in a bind there in like 6 different positions.
Purple Raiders, 1st and 10 at the Wilmington 46-yard line. Sanders to the right, Turner to left. Sanders will go in motion to the far side. Boudry in the gun. Backs are split. Play action fake. There's a throw in the left flat caught by Darnell. 50, 45. Look at that. 45, 40, 35. Darnell Williams to the 33, 32-yard line. There was nothing there, John.
I was going to say.
Nothing there, and he gets a first down. Great job by Darnell.
He had 2 defenders, probably a linebacker and a DB, in front of him, and he went out wide outside the left numbers and outran both of them and picked up a gain of, 12, 13 yards. Just incredible play by Darnell.
Unbelievable. And a play-action fake.
It was slow
to
developing
the receiver
play,
who ends
right?
up catching the ball after the fake. Backs are split, first down, Mount Union. Student body right. Here we go. 30, 25, 20, 15. Echeverry 10, 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Have a day. Tyler Echeverry, 20-3 Raiders. Nobody touched it.
I mean, it's what you said. It was literally student body right.
That's what it was.
They
Look
brought
at this.
everybody out there. I mean, Darnell, who was coming out of the backfield, he didn't know who to block because there was one guy that could have gotten in the way. And again, it's the same play over and over again, Sam. You leave a faster, more developed player like Echeverry one-on-one on an island against the DB. And if you're Coach Jeff Dart, you take that 10 times out of 10, and so far it's worked 3 times.
You know, if they want, they could probably get Echeverry a 400-yard day on the afternoon. If they want to.
He could set a school record.
He could. Kick is good, and it's 7:19 to go in the first quarter. We're off and Raider rolling. 21-13 Mount Union. Stay with us.
Get into SARTA and get SARTA smart. Who rides SARTA? You do. You, your neighbors, coworkers, and the people behind you in line at the grocery store. Our riders are moms, dads, students, retirees, and commuters. To help persons with disabilities, our ProLine countywide service picks them up and takes them direct to their destination. SARTA riders tell us they appreciate all the places we take them and how we help the community. That's how you get SARTA smart. Visit sartaonline.com/smart.
Well, 3 plays, 77 yards. Bing, bang, boom. Touchdown, Mount Union, 21-3. 7:19 to go in the first quarter of play in front of this homecoming crowd at the University of Mount Union today. A beautiful day, about 70 degrees, sunshine, some scattered clouds. Perfect day here in October. Merrick's kickoff. Into the end zone. It was touched. Got to bring it out and down at the 13-yard line. That could have been an absolute disaster for Kai Smith.
That had 28-3 written all over.
Holy smokes. Watch this.
He just forgot to look the ball in. He started running before he had it, and then I thought, who was covering down there for Mount, I thought Ethan Pitlack was going to get down there in time to be able to make a play on that ball, but got there just a little late. And Kai Smith took a hit.
He did. Yeah, he kind of very woozily just came off the field. First down to Wilmington. Ross back to throw. Incomplete at the 15-yard line. Try to hit the wide receiver. That was DeMarco Owens.
Let's talk about Ross's great day so far. 0 for 4 through the air. Noah Boudry, by the way, just 7 for 7 for 146 yards and a touchdown. Is a quarterback rating of 322.3. That's above perfect.
It is. Second down and 10. Handoff, tail back, fumble. Ball's loose. Ball's loose at the 16-yard line. Mount Union says they have it. I think they do have it.
Yeah, they do.
There it is. Caleb Brown comes out of there with a football, and the Raiders force a turnover and take over deep in Wilmington territory, 1st and 10.
So not only have you not completed a pass, by my mark, you have not gotten a first down. At this point, Mount Union has 212 total yards to 7 for Wilmington.
Brandon Bowden with the force of the fumble, and Caleb Brown, Johnny on the spot to recover it.
And in 1 or 2 plays here, it's going to be 28-3. I'm going to say in 1 play.
1 play?
I'm going to call a pass play. I don't know to who yet. Maybe Sanders.
I think we're going to go to Darnell here, but I don't think it's going to be a touchdown. We'll see. 1st and 10, Raiders at the Wilmington 16-yard line. Play action pass. There's your touchdown. Nicky Turner into the end zone from 16 yards. You better hit the window, John. 27-3, Mount Union with exactly 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Turner on the end of the pass from Noah Boudry.
You know, I've heard this. It's been
that.
called a dummy route. It's where you walk up to the line and you kind of stop, and then you just hit your move really quickly and go in. And that's kind of what it was. I mean, Turner's slow. It's also that he just ran a perfect route, but no one was there to cover him. No one even tried.
The DB who was supposed to be there,
he stopped
6 yards away. He stopped, and he had one of these. Like, what?
I know.
Arms out, head up in the air. Extra point by Yvonne is good. Folks, if you're going to hang around with us today, we certainly do appreciate it. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mount Union 28 and Wilmington 3. Timeout.
Struggling to quit nicotine? Let the experts at Vapor Station guide you to a healthier future. The knowledgeable team at Vapor Station in Alliance is here to help you find the perfect solution tailored to your needs. Whether you're looking to cut back or quit completely, we've got the tools, support, and products to help you succeed. Don't do it alone. Trust the pros at Vapor Station, located at 640 West State Street in Alliance.
28-0 or 28-3 Mount Union.
1 play, 16-yard drive. Took, I don't even know, like 6 seconds. How long does it take a football play to develop? 8 seconds, they say?
Mm-hmm.
I bet that took 8 seconds. I kind of want to see it at this point now.
Flawless execution. Now, I know it's Wilmington, but the Raiders got their big boy pants on today, and it is fun to watch them do their thing when they're playing this kind of football. Wilmington returns, snuffed out right around the 13, 14-yard line. Quakers coming back, and they're probably like, okay, what just happened? We just got off the bus, and it's 28-3.
By the way, it was 1 play, 16 yards, 4 seconds. I was wrong. Half the time it takes a normal football play to develop, which means that Nicky Turner ran 16 yards in 4 seconds.
This homecoming crowd looking on here today.
It's a really nice crowd for a 28-3
very
game.
Good crowd. As I mentioned, thank goodness it's homecoming. There probably wouldn't be a whole lot of folks here today. False start on Wilmington, then I'll march the ball back to the Quaker 8-yard line.
I really want to know what Coach Burke is telling his guys at this point.
Ross back to throw. Quick out. Caught at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 out of bounds around the 33-yard line. Salil Muhammad on the catch. Muhammad out of Northridge and Dayton. 6'2", $165. First down, Quakers. Well, they had to start somewhere. They got a big first down.
First completed pass of the game for Ross. I mean, it was kind of a layup. Put the guy out in the flat there and let an athlete go make a play with a blocker out in front. Leave him one-on-one with a safety coming down. Nice play design.
Raiders will rush 4. Ross to throw. He's in trouble. Down he goes. That's a double sack.
Rossi Moore
was there, and Trenton Robinson.
Man, Robinson. No, I beg your pardon. That's not Robinson.
That's not Robinson. Was that 47?
Yeah, Dozie Akpala.
Akpala.
It's a fun one to say.
Wonder if his middle name is Doe.
Dozy Doe.
Dozy Doe. 6 minutes to go. Yep, we're there already. 28-3 Mount Union.
They're sick and twisted man. So.
4 receivers in the pattern now. Second down and a mile. They're going to pitch it out to the boundary. 20-25, hurdling 30. Hit down at the 33-yard line was Muhammad. Or Kai Smith, I beg your pardon.
You know, you see a guy like Kai Smith. By the way, Guardians have already gone to their bullpen. Cade Smith into the game in the 3rd inning. You see a guy like Kai Smith, and you really wonder, with a better set of teammates around him, just how effective he could be. Not to say that the guys around him aren't trying hard and stuff like that, but he's got some talent that could really be utilized. I think he would look good in a Mount jersey.
What are you saying there, John? Moss back to throw, steps up in the pocket. He got room. He's going to run. 40. Slides into second base and gets a first down at the 43-yard line.
I'm just saying, in today's free agent transfer portal ways, you know.
I do know. And I do know a young man that actually played basketball for Wilmington and found his way up here to Mount Union and helped take them to the national championship a couple of years ago. Still on the staff. Jeffrey Mansfield, one of the nicer kids you're ever going to meet.
Great
Pass
kid.
in the flat, caught again. They're just nickel and diamond Mount out to the 47-yard line again. Muhammad on the catch. Is there a flag somewhere?
No, I think
Nope.
they just
Helmet
throw
problem
also.
for one of the big linemen for Wilmington. He'll come out of the game.
Oh, man.
I think Jeffrey Mansfield is going to be a head coach college basketball one day. On the staff over here with Mike Fuline. Raider Hoops, not that far away. Will be your home here on 1310 WDPN all season long.
Running low on time here on the play clock, down to 4.
Down to 2, down to 1. Quick option.
Oh.
Boom! Rossi Moore comes out of his spot and makes a great play, no gain.
You know, I was going to bring the note up earlier, but I didn't have a good time to do it. But
There it is. I was thinking the same thing.
Rossi Moore, career tackles for loss leaders. He entered the game 4th. He's now on his way to 3rd, which is held by a guy named Matt Campbell. Perhaps you've heard of him before, head coach at Iowa State. But he has just passed Nick Driscoll to become 3rd or 4th alone. And as for sacks, he's on his way to 3rd in that category as well. 52.5 tackles for loss in his career.
Back to throw is Ross. Pressure's on, throws it right side bubble screen and blown up. Progress, we'll say, at the 42-yard line, but Weston Arthur says that's as far as you're going to go.
I've been so impressed with the Spur linebacker all year. I mean, whether they leave him one-on-one in coverage in a pass play or he has to come up and make a open field tackle like that, he's just been so good and such a rock in the middle of that defensive unit. What gets me, Sam, is how year after year Mount Union seems to find guys like this. And in the case of Weston Arthur, a kid from Ohio, too.
Mm-hmm.
Played, I believe, at Northwestern in Wayne County.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, 4th down and 13. Wilmington, the punt team is some in, and they almost blocked it again. Line driver, fair catch at the 25-yard line. 2:37 to go. We'll keep it here. Still
down
in the first quarter, 28-3 Raiders.
2 down, top of the 3rd, by the way. And Green up to bat for the Tigers, strikes out on a swing and a miss. So, middle of the 3rd there, Guardians will come back to bat. Both teams have a hit at this point. Guardians all the way to their pen, though.
So Matthew Boyd only goes 2 innings today.
He
Now, he
does.
labored in the first inning.
Labored in the second.
Labored
too.
in the second.
He threw almost 40 pitches in 2 innings.
Boy, I was hoping he could get us 4. You know what I mean? Here comes Tyler Echeverry up the middle, 30-35 to the 41-yard line, first down. 16 yards on the carry for Tyler Echeverry. Naples, Florida, Barron Collier High School. Tyler, 5'10", 200 pounds.
The Florida pipeline?
Continues. Boy, Tyler's having himself a day. Raiders up to the line. 1st and 10. That's the 41.
6 carries, 82 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
On his way. Boudry, play action pass. Rolling to the right, dumps it off. There's Echeverry to the 43-yard line. Only a pickup of around, well, they're going to mark him out there. That's going to be a gain of 1. We'll call it 2nd down and 9. $1:53 to go in the opening quarter. Raiders up 28-3 here at home. Hey, good news. Back home again next Saturday. Heidelberg is here. Kickoff at 1:30 on 1310 WDPN. Boy, it's so good to be home.
It really is, isn't it?
I mean, because it felt like we were gone for a month, but it was only a couple of weeks.
It's because last week was a long drive.
2nd down and 9. Purple Raiders, backs are split. Give to Tyler Echeverry, spinning and twisting. If he gets out of this, I'm going to walk home. Didn't quite get out of it. Down at the 43-yard line, a gain of 1. 3rd and 9 coming up. Do want to shout out SID Nate Larica and the folks here at Mount Union. Spruced up our booth today. We got a brand new television monitor. And boy, does it make it easier and even more fun to call games when you just look right here, catch replays, little things you may not see on the first go around.
I love it. It makes me sound smart.
So thanks to Nate and the folks at Mount Union. Got our windows back open again up top. Pass Boudry caught Turner, 50-45 1st down to the Wilmington 40. To the 35, he's not done. Nicky Turner down to the 32-yard line. 1st down, Mount Union.
So what's crazy is that Noah Boudry is still in the first quarter, Sam. And with that completion, he is now 10 for 10 through the air and approaching 200 yards plus 2 passing touchdowns.
18
all in the first
seconds
quarter.
to go. What do you think? One more here before the quarter?
Could be.
Backs are split. Boudry hands it off to Darnell Williams. 30. Nope, that's a fake. What a fake by Boudry. 25-20. 15, and he's out of bounds. What a fake by Boudry. Going to officially mark him out at the 17. 1st down, Raiders. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
You know, does today say more about maybe the focus of Mount throughout the week, or does it maybe say more about just how good Otterbine's front 7 actually was? Because they were really able to handle Mount last week.
That is a great point.
Wilmington getting blown apart through a quarter.
28-3, Purple Raiders. 2nd quarter action coming up on 1310 WDPN.
For over 80 years, Bonford Glass has been the expert when it comes to glass. You can count on the professionals at Bonford's for the latest techniques in glass repair, like the Aegis windshield repair system. The Aegis system can repair small chips in your windshield before they grow into big headaches. This revolutionary process takes less than an hour and can easily restore your windshield to its original strength. In fact, the Aegis windshield repair system is so effective that most insurance companies will waive the deductible and cover the entire amount of the repair, saving you and your insurance company up to 80% of the cost of a windshield replacement. The Aegis windshield repair system, just one of the expert repairs from Bonford Glass. They'll help you save money and make your windshield safer. Bonford Glass. Call 330-823-0450 or stop by at 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Sam Burke with John Bazika back here on 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com. It's been all purple today at homecoming, 28-3 Raiders.
End of one quarter, total yards, Mount Union 286, Wilmington 41. Noah Boudry 10 for 10 through the air, 182 yards and 2 passing touchdowns.
Up the middle, inside the 10, inside the 5. Thank you. Down to the 4-yard line, maybe.
Thanks.
Yep, just inside the 4-yard line.
Sean Thomas, first carry of the game.
Raiders are on their way in. Just to have a little fun here at some point, John, we might have to have a little prediction contest of who scores. Receiver, quarterback, running back.
I'm going to guess Echeverry here.
Boudry to Echeverry into the end zone. Nobody touched him again. Touchdown, Mount Union. Well, you went on a limb there, didn't you? Folks, the ball was in Tyler's hands. And I think you're going to give it to Echeverry for the touchdown. Brilliant. 34-3 Raiders, 14:29 to go in the first half of play. And I don't know who's responsible for cleaning the Mount Union uniforms. They may not have to even put laundry detergent on Tyler's today. He has not been touched.
I mean, that hole is so. I hate saying it because it's cliche as cliche gets, but Sam, you or I could have run through that hole.
I mean, wow. Yvonne Merrick's kick is good. We'll keep it here. 35-3.
How about Tyler's afternoon, by the way? Now 7 attempts, 85 yards, and 3 touchdowns. It means that almost 50% of the time he's touching the football, he's scoring a touchdown.
Wow.
Plus, he's caught a touchdown as well. 45-yarder. And by the way, update from Cleveland, we can tell you here in a moment. Bottom of the third, and Guardians get a base hit.
Okay. Where's the
Ryan
start?
Rocchio.
There's a start.
Again. How big has that kid been, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I always wondered after Frankie Lindor left for greener pastures, as it were, who would fill that shortstop role, and I think the Guardians found their guy.
I think so. I wasn't sure early. I think
he's got it.
I think he's won me over.
So back to the top of the order now with Quan up.
I would say a must-score opportunity for the Guardians.
No question.
Weird to say that in the third inning, but against a guy like Skubal. Here comes Kai Smith on the Wilmington return. He'll run it out to late flag thrown in.
Now let's not start this.
Right? It's been nice and smooth so far. What are we doing here? Smith on the return. They're going to mark him down around the 35, but again, there is laundry on the field. I think this is only like the third or fourth penalty of the day. Holding on Wilmington.
If I'd known these officials, I would have slipped them some money to say, don't call flags today.
Keep them in your pocket.
Yeah. You see a holding? You didn't see it. Hi, Tony Soprano's.
College football scoreboard: Wisconsin 14, Rutgers nothing. Buffalo 14-0 over Toledo. Washington trailing Iowa 20-10. Pass in the left flat caught 25-30, 33-34. First down, Wilmington. First time today that they've gone to Deontay Sainin, number 89. Weston Arthur shoved him out of bounds, but not before it's a Quaker first down. Clemson 28, Wake Forest 14. South Carolina 19, Alabama 14, late third quarter. Georgia Tech over North Carolina 20-14. Pass left side, incomplete. Trying to get that Muhammad. Good coverage by the Purple Raiders. Tony Cook.
You think, what's his name, Kalen DeBauer, you think he's enjoying his time in Tuscaloosa?
Boy, can you imagine if they lose 2 out of their last 3 here? The honeymoon will be over in Tuscaloosa.
Guardians have runners on second and third, double to left field by Stephen Quan.
All right, now I'm getting greedy. We got to get 2 in here. Penalty flags, false start Wilmington. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the Guardians looking to cash in here now against the Tigers.
Out. So at the very least, you need to get 1. It's kind of a missed ball in left field, too. He dropped it.
Wow.
Oh, my.
That as a starting pitcher, that will drive you up the wall. All right, if you're the Guardians here, at least get a sacrifice fly. Just a way to get a run in, but boy, you want to.
That's the second error, by the way, too. Both times Stephen Quan has been up to bat, he's hit into an error.
Pass to the flat, tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Pretty good defensive stop there by the Purple Raiders. Brandon Bowden, number 41. By the way, 35-3, Purple Raiders over Wilmington. 13-47. Well, Not a very competitive one. 35-3 Purple Raiders, still 13:47 to go in the first half.
It was a really nice job by Bowden getting his hand up there and tipping that past the line.
Just get me a couple runs in here. Third down and 15, Wilmington.
It's going to come down to Ramirez. Fry struck out.
4 in the pattern. Ross, 3-step drop. Throws a flutter ball. Caught. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Holy smokes. They went back to Sannon, the tight end.
Flag down, though.
That's going to be roughing or holding.
Roughing the passer.
Yep, roughing the passer on Mount Union. They got Brandon Yassins, I think, on that penalty.
Oh,
Well, that ball hung up there forever.
It really did. It was actually a nice pass, though, when everything was said and done.
So that'll march it all the way down to the Purple Raider 35-yard line.
It's Lane Thomas.
Why do I have the feeling we're not going to score any runs here? 13:40 to go in the first half. Mount Union 35, Wilmington 3 on this homecoming Saturday afternoon, 2024 in Alliance. Raiders looking to roll to 5-0 on the year. Man, halfway through the season today. Trips to the right, slot left, Ross in the gun, first down. Play action, Ross will go back to throw, lobs it into coverage, but it's caught by Sannon again. Down to the Mount Union 20-yard line. That's a 15-yard pickup and a first down. The big fella getting involved now for Wilmington on the offensive side of the ball.
You're right. He got out of it.
Can't have that.
Stranded.
You've got to score a run.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right, think positive here. 13 minutes to go first half. Indians and Tigers, no score. Top of the third in Cleveland, or top of the fourth in Cleveland. Here, 35-3 Mount Union. Quakers are on the move. Ross shoves a pitch out to the boundary, 20, 15, to the 10, inside the 5, out of bounds at the Mount Union 3-yard line. Nice little run over there by Kai Smith.
It's a nice drive they have going here.
Mm-hmm.
First time. Not sure how much of this is desperation and
not much of a hold downfield, was there? Somebody grabbed Johnny Rollins' jersey and didn't let it go for like 15 yards.
It's okay. It's 35-3.
I know.
They stop focusing on those things.
Purple Raiders, see if they can get out of this here. First down, Wilmington. First and goal at the Mount 3. Play action. Ross throws, got a man wide open into the end zone. Touchdown. That was easy. Joseph Spann, number 5, with the catch in the end zone. Nice play. Nice action. Little ball fake, little dump in the left into the end zone. Touchdown to Wilmington. It's 35-9 Purple Raiders.
Yeah, Ross made some nice throws that drive. They got the tight end involved. Sannon liked the way that he looked on the field, and Kai Smith, you get into the red zone with a nice carry down the right sideline. Just well-designed drive and kind of a needed-it drive for Wilmington, too, to make this some semblance of a football game.
Bucksath with the extra point. It hit the crossbar or hit the upright. No good. Purple Raiders almost jumped off sides, got back. They snapped it, and the kick hit the right upright. No good. And we'll take a timeout. 12:24 to go in the first half. Purple Raiders 35 and the Quakers 9 on WDPN.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
It's a gyro.
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro's.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Where's Pete?
Sam, over the years, how many times have you and I heard that ad, courtesy of our friends at Papa Gyro's and Steve Paxos?
6,500.
And it is still timeless.
That spot originated in the 90s.
It's incredible.
And it's still, what do they say? It stood the test of time. And Steve, who obviously the owner of Papayitos, Steve Paxos, one of our good buddies, he loves it. He says that spot, that commercial, As long as he is around, calling the shots will never change.
It's great.
I mean, it's incredible. Still trying to figure out who's Pete. Onside kick, and the Quakers got it, but they touched the ball at the 9-yard mark. It has to go 10. How about that, head coach Kevin Burke? A little onside kick with 12:23 to go in the first half.
Yeah, I give him credit, though. You know,
I mean, why not?
Now 35-9, you know.
His kids probably said, Coach, yeah, let's do it. But you got to let it go 10 yards, and they touched it when it went 9. Almost. Now, there is a officials huddle down here. But I still think that's going to stand. It's illegal touching.
You know, I think what's interesting, well, let's see. Well, it sounds like he's never explained that before.
Wow. First down, Mount Union. So that's the whammy part of it. If you do that, you give Mount the ball at your 44-yard line.
You know what, though? Like, here's the thing, and I feel like we always think this and say it, but if you're going to come into Alliance and beat Mount Union, you got to be willing to try some different things. Right. Yeah. You're not just going to come in and beat them playing a straight-up game. You got to come in and do outside-of-the-box things and execute. So credit to Coach Burke for that.
No doubt. Backs are split. Echeverry around the right side, 45, 40, 35. Look at him go down the sidelines. Tyler Echeverry out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 11 and another first down. He's got to be close to 100 yards now on the ground.
You know, you wondered last year with DeAndre Parker finally off to graduation, how would Echeverry and how would these wide receivers do? And I think Echeverry has been the most impressive. His speed this year, Sam, has really been something.
First down, Raiders at the Quaker 33-yard line. Mount leads 35-9. Darnell Williams gets it, goes left, nothing, cuts it back right, 30, inside the 26. Look at Darnell Williams go to the 25-yard line.
8 carries, 97 yards.
97. He's close. Tyler is.
Next carry.
11:35 to go here in the first half. Raiders on top, 35-9.
I'm just waiting to see when Boudry throws his first incompletion.
Cooper in a slot left. Quakers showing blitz. And now a little change at the line of scrimmage by Noah. Boudry gets the shotgun snap, dumps it left side. Cooper caught at 25, gets a block. Look at that. 20, 15. Cooper to the 10, out of bounds around the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 18 yards and a first down. Very simple play. But again, 100% execution, first down, Mount Union.
Yeah, again, you get the blockers out in front. It's kind of what they've been doing the whole time. You just flip to whichever side of the field is, get a couple blockers out in front, and it's really simple stuff, Sam. You take your athlete, you put them against theirs, and tell them go and win the battle.
Go win the battle. So the Raiders now, they're going to put that ball down at the Wilmington 8-yard line. First and goal, Mount Union.
Darnell. Just saying.
Let's see. Darnell is the lone tailback behind Boudry. Fake. Boudry's going to keep it. Look at that into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Noah Boudry from 8 yards away. Faked it to Darnell. Took it around the right side. Little jab step back outside. Purple painted end zone. 41-9, Mount Union. Break that play down for us, John.
I mean, it's a really good football play. I mean, zone read. You've been running up and in there the whole time. You've been giving it to the tailback right over the guard and center the whole game right through the A-gap. And smart time for Boudry to decide to keep it. And last time he carried it, he was successful. This time in the red zone, finds pay dirt for his first time in this game.
41-9 Mount Union. Yvonne Merrick on for the extra point. It's up and it's good. 10:18 to go in the first half. 42-9 Mount Union.
Close game.
Boy, what a difference a week makes.
Yeah, but again, I think it's what we were just talking about a couple of minutes ago, Sam. I
think I just want to give a lot more credit to Otterbein.
Yeah,
right now.
That's coaches down there are they're obviously winless. They have not, been on the right side of a scoreboard yet this year, but to hang with Mount like they did, and not just hang with them, but present them with new challenges.
Got them thinking.
Yes.
Got them thinking. Got them wondering a little bit down in Westerville last Saturday afternoon.
Well, and if you're keeping an eye on the OAC standings, the only other undefeated right now is, of course, Marietta. And that game, the penultimate game of the year for Mount Union. So,
do we go there? They come here.
They come here.
Ah, nice.
Torkelson with a double to left field off of Cade Smith for the Tigers. 2 outs, though. Top of the 4th.
That makes me feel a little better. But that game's zooming by.
It is. Pitching battle.
Wow.
Bullpen versus Scooble.
Merrick for the kickoff for Mount. Wilmington returned 10-15, right hash 20. Smith 30. Breaks tackles to the 38-yard line. That's where Wilmington will go 1st and 10. 42-9, Mount Union.
Next pitch, no. They're going to the bullpen.
Going back to the bullpen.
Yeah.
Wow. So a lot of bullpen activity already up in Cleveland today. Guardians and Tigers, no score.
It's okay.
4th inning. Every pitch is magnified.
It is.
Ross back to throw a wobbler. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. Tony Cook is thinking, boy, if I'm a split second earlier, I'm dancing all the way into the end zone with a pick 6.
Yeah, he's doing his end zone dance for the first time this year. I don't know what that looks like. That's been a problem with Ross, though. He hangs that ball up in the air.
It's not a tight zip spiral.
Spiral is not down. Spiral is up.
10:08 to go in the first half. 42-9, Mount Union.
Sure, some of the great quarterbacks here at Mount could help work with him on that.
Little pitch out right side across the 40 out to the 44-yard line. Rossi Moore on the tackle. Purple Raiders 4-0 coming into today. Wilmington 0-4. Just trying to, a couple of years ago, John, it looked like they were trying to make a little move with the football program. They were picking up, a couple of wins here, a couple of wins there, and then just boom, right back to the bottom again.
Yeah.
Pass in the flat, bobbled, caught midfield to the Purple Raider 44-yard line. Was Throckmorton, Nathan Throckmorton on the reception.
Second time in a row he's carried the football.
I'll tell you what, I keep looking up at the score and I go, okay, what's more amazing? Mountain has scored 42 or that Wilmington has already scored 9? And they're already in Mount territory again with 9 minutes to go in the first half.
If you're Mount, you obviously want to beat the brakes off of your opponent, but you don't want to give up a big number.
Ross pass out in the flat, a little gator armed attempted that catch, incomplete, second down.
Xavier
59 to
Delgado.
go.
Las Vegas kid, actually.
Yeah, I don't think Xavier was too anxious to hang in there and making a grab out because there was 2 purple helmets right in the neighborhood coming. Second down and 10, Wilmington at the Raider 47. We're actually going to go with a handoff this time. And Throckmorton, minimal yardage down to the Purple Raider 45-yard line. 42-9 Raiders, 8:43 to go in the first half of play. It's a beautiful Saturday, homecoming. A lot of folks still out in the parking lot. Homecoming tailgate activities continue.
I always wonder when the rest of the OAC will start to catch up to Mount.
I think you've seen here the last couple of years, passing the flat, caught again. Wilmington, 40-35, out of
Tight end
bounds
again.
around the 20. And that's a first down to Wilmington. I think there's been little pieces of teams catching up at times. Nothing's sustainable. But I think you've seen, like, it wasn't that long ago, and I've only been doing this, is I think my 9th year doing Mount Union. This goes way before I started doing it. Every week was 63-7. Didn't matter who, didn't matter where, didn't matter what. Yeah, you don't see that every week now.
No.
Ross got, oh my goodness gracious, they're going to call Mount Union with a personal foul. This may go down as one of the worst calls in the history of football. Wow. I do want to see this on replay. And again, it's 42-9. I get it. But that's just awful.
What for?
There's Ross. He falls down. I mean, I don't know if Caleb could have pulled up there. He was already, I don't know. 15-yard penalty against the Raiders, though.
Runners on first and second. Sabrowski in to pitch for the Guards. 2 outs.
You may see Stephen Vogt go 10 deep today.
Oh, easily.
Which, that's what you got to do. That's
Winner go home.
Do. That's right.
Game 1 of the next series does not matter right now.
That's right. Everybody, all hands on deck. No score. Tigers and the Guardians, top of the 4th inning in Cleveland.
If you think you could get an inning out of Tanner Bybee today, you'd throw it.
Absolutely. You need an out.
Yes.
You go get it. Who started for us game 4?
Why are you making me try to remember this?
Didn't go very long.
Cobb.
Hey.
Yeah, no, he's
Alex, if we need you, get in there. That's just the way it's going to be. Ross, meanwhile, drugged down by Rossi Moore at the Mount Union 23-yard line. 7-10, first half. Purple Raiders 42, Wilmington 9. Cloud cover thickening a little bit more here at the stadium.
Well, that's why they moved the Guardians game up, so there was going to be inclement weather, as the buzzword has become.
A lot more clouds than we had here about an hour ago.
Rogers up to bat, the catcher, by the way, facing a 2-1 count.
Back to throw in the right flat. That ball is caught inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Throckmorton again on the reception.
2-2 now. Again, runners on first and second. 0-0 top of the 4th.
Well, what an atmosphere up in Cleveland today, I'm sure. Need to get out of this inning right here.
Foul right first base side and out of play.
Quakers 3rd and 1 now at the Mount Union 18-yard line. Ross hands it off. I think Kai Smith is going to be short of the first down.
Yeah.
Great job by Mount Union. Bowden, Rossi Moore. That'll bring up 4th down. He lost about a yard.
Got out of it. 6-3 out to end it all. Rocchio, second time he's gone into the grass to make a great play.
36-yard field goal coming up here for Wilmington. Hash to the right. Just to make it a 42-12 game. Play clock down to 1. There's the field goal attempt. It's got plenty of leg. It's up and it's good. And we'll take a timeout. 5:24 to go in the first half. Mount Union's lead has been cut to 30. 42-12 Purple Raiders. We'll be right back.
When it comes to heating and cooling your home, quality always takes precedence. Being warm in the winter and cool during the summer are necessary for Ohio's extreme weather. At Harding Heating and Cooling, they recognize your needs and hope to bring comfort to your home. They are the Rheem Pro dealer for the Alliance area. Serving the area since 1975, Harding Heating and Cooling does everything for your comfort. With transparent pricing, 24/7 emergency services, comfort is just a phone call away at 330-823-8461. Visit Harding Heating and Cooling online at hardingheating.com.
Sam, at one point we had talked about the ineffectiveness of the Wilmington offensive attack. Well, since then, they put 12 points on the board, and they've scored a touchdown. And Isaac Ross now 10 of 18, 104 yards through the air and the touchdown. And Kai Smith 31 yards on the ground. And tight end Sannon 4 catches, 61 yards. He's got a lot of upside too.
He does. Good size, very athletic for tight end. There's the kickoff. Purple Raider return from the 15-yard line. Up the right side of the 20, 25, Darnell 30. He's to the 35 to the 40. Darnell Williams still rolling out to the 45-yard line. That's a heck of a return right there. First down, Raiders.
It always seems like Darnell is just a broken tackle away because he kind of glides as he runs. He doesn't really it seems like the upper part of his body is just still as he's moving. All you see is the legs churning underneath. And for his size, he really is a physical little runner, too. Kind of takes you by surprise.
It is first down, not Union, at the Purple Raiders.
All right, we'll see what Coach Dart and the Raiders do here. 5:15 to go in the first half. Mount up 42-12. Trips left. Here comes the blitz. Somebody's got to be open. Boudry got away. Noah, now he's in trouble. Wiggles out of it again, and this time they're going to bring him down back at the 44-yard line. Did a heck of a job just to lose 1 yard on the play. I mean, there was a lot of humanity down there. And you got a Quaker player down at the 45.
First time he's been sacked in today's game. Injured Quaker down.
Is it 92?
Yeah, I think it's 92.
I thought for a minute 82, but it is 92.
Luke
Roten. Ankle problem, and I believe it's the right leg.
Went to Portsmouth West. It's another place you and I were talking a couple weeks ago. How down on the river down there, they play some tough football.
Mm-hmm.
It's kids Wheelersburg and Ironton.
Yep, down there on the border.
Portsmouth West. If you've never seen highlights from a Portsmouth West Wheelersburg game, that atmosphere is just incredible every year. I've always wanted to go down there and do a game.
I've never done a game down there.
You'd have to work down there.
I've always been fascinated with the Ironton uniforms. A spitting image of the Cleveland Browns.
I know you love those. A couple years ago when you and I watched the state title.
Oh, remember that? I was like, that's all I worry about the whole night was look at this.
Yeah.
Roten not putting much oomph on that left leg as he has helped over to the sidelines. So they will tend to him here on the trainer's bench. Purple Raiders up by 30 at the break. Almost at the break. 4:52 to go. Homecoming here today. Always a great turnout of
Second down 11 for
the alum, former graduates. Making their way back to Alliance to get together with friends and family. Boudry back to the flat cough. Thomas got it. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. Thomas keeps his feet and he's out of bounds at the Wilmington 33-yard line. First down.
Quentin Davis pushing Thomas out of bounds after he gets to the
big sports day in Ohio. Of course, we got the Raiders going on here. You got Guardians are going on now. You got the Buckeyes in Oregon later on tonight.
So my computer was behind. It's 1-0 Tigers now, top of the fifth.
Oh no! How did they score?
Trying to figure that out.
How did we not see that?
I'm not sure.
Darnell Williams sees the end zone. 15-10, 5 touchdown Mount Union. 33 yards for Darnell Williams. And it's 48-12 Mount Union. I just completely soured my mood hearing that Tigers score. 4:09 to go here in the first half, and Mount Union on the board again. Smooth as one can be. Darnell Williams takes it to the house.
First time Darnell has found the end zone. Did a nice job tiptoeing that right sideline and eluding any tacklers that might have been there. And I don't know, take your pick. Mount Union's doing everything well.
Yvonne Merrick trying to go perfect in the extra point attempt category. He is officially now 7 for 7. 49-12 Raiders, 4:09 to go in the first half.
Kerry Carpenter on an RBI. Don't know who it scored, but
telling you, man, one run is that may be all you need on a day like today.
Yep. Walters gave up the run.
That's the fifth pitcher of the day already for Cleveland?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, they're on their fifth.
Another base hit for Cleveland to lead off an inning. You've got to score a run.
Yeah, you do. You got to counter. That's been the thing so far, is that they haven't been able to counter against Skubal whenever he's done anything. And there's enough time in the game that you can counter. You're not down to like your last couple of outs.
Yeah.
You're in the fifth inning.
Feels like the eighth, though.
It does.
You know what I mean?
Well, you got to get Skubal out of the game. That's what you got to do. Got to get to that bullpen that you had success against the other day. Good thing there is that it was Jimenez who got the hit. So you go to Rocchio and then the top of the order. This is where they've had success too.
Mm-hmm. So Tigers 1, Guardians nothing. Bottom of the fifth inning. There's the kickoff. Wilmington returned at the 18 and down at the 18-yard line. Great downfield tackle by the Purple Raiders. I believe that was Manny Curtis. Yep. What a tackle by Manny. 4:06 in the first half. Purple Raiders 49, Wilmington 12. Mount Union back on defense now as Wilmington sets up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
You know, I really think these games are the hardest for Mount because it's about keeping your focus then for the game and still working on things.
Ross hands it off right up the middle, over left guard, I should say, across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. It was Gardner on the tackle or the run. Caleb Gardner, number 7. Big fella.
They've got some nice size here and there.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned the tight end, Sannon.
Mm-hmm.
Throckmorton's tough kid. And we both like Kai Smith, outstanding freshman running back.
Second down and 2, Wilmington at their own 27-yard line. Option pitch around the left side and out of bounds short of the first down. Kai Smith on the carry. Whoa, late penalty flag thrown.
Yeah,
that's going to be on Wilmington, I believe. Post play.
Yeah, Quaker player played till after the whistle, and I think it was Johnny Rowland who ended up on his wallet on the far sideline and did a nice job selling it too.
So this ought to back Wilmington up.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, offense number 5. After this is to the goal.
You got Joseph Spann, number 5, with the late hit for Wilmington. And that'll back him up. It's going to back him up close to around the 10-yard line.
So Rocchio went down. Now Quan up with 1 out and runner on first. 1-0 Detroit, bottom of the 5th. Who knows how many times you're going to get this the order.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you got to capitalize.
There you go, Quani.
Another base hit.
Base hit.
And how good has that guy been in postseason ball?
Ross to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. 10, 15, 20, 25, slides down at the 27-yard line.
Okay, so here's something that I want to talk about here. Janssens and Jackson were coming up from their linebacker spot and their safety spot. And to avoid a late hit, they both jumped over Ross there, opposed to getting to the ground because he had given himself up and trying to make the tackle. Both of them could have gotten seriously injured with how they had to adjust their bodies. I understand the safety of it, But at the same time, risking that injury, there's something there I don't like. I don't know what it is, but
4th and 1 is Wilmington going to go on their own 28-yard line. Meanwhile, David Fry needs to get a run in here. Timeout in Wilmington with 2:20 to go. They've got 2 left. Purple Raiders up 49-12 here in the first half of play. Sticking around, halftime activities are coming up.
Mountain Union with 402 total yards in this first half.
They want to shout out Sarda, Robertson's, Markham Wealth, Doug's Classic 57 Diner, and, of course, Stratton Chevrolet. Proud sponsors of our Stratton Chevy first downs all season long.
Fry down 1-2 in the count. Runners on first and second. How big was his 2-run homer the other night?
Huge.
Stays alive, fouling another one off. Seems like he's swinging for the fences every time. Got to just get a base hit here.
Just get a base hit and let Hosey come up there.
Yeah, let him do his job.
Looks
Can't
like
ground into a double play, though.
Looks like the skies are darkening up in Cleveland, too. It really got dark over here.
Would a rain delay help things?
If it's long enough, it gets Scooble out of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
Wilmington's going to go. Oh, my goodness. 4th and 1 at their own 28-yard line. Ross back to throw. Looks. Fires. Incomplete. Could have maybe called interference there, but the officials elected not to, and the Purple Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
So the Guardians have the bases loaded now on a little infield hit because there was no play on the ball. It was so weakly tapped down the first base side that Jose Ramirez comes up. Bases juiced.
With one out. Against Tarek School.
All he needs is a base hit.
That was one of those. Look at the English on that ball. I mean, there's no way. So the Guardians, this is for me. This is it. This is it here.
Got to do it.
If you don't score here,
you lose the game.
Tigers 1-0. Bottom of the 5th. Cleveland bases loaded and 1 out, and Hosey's coming up. There's a fake. Boudry's going to keep it. Noah spinning, twisting, turning, and he pounds his way down to the 26-yard line for a gain of 2.
And here, if you're Jose Ramirez, this is a chance to prove who you are.
Yes.
Almost sent it out of the park to right field. That was close.
Hit it foul.
Tried it to that short porch and right.
Timeout here with exactly 2 minutes. It's the 2-minute timeout. 49-12 Mount Union. We'll take a break. Come back. 13-10. We'll keep you updated with the Guardians as well.
Visit Carnation Optical at 75 Glamorgan Street, across from the Glamorgan Castle, right here in Alliance, formerly in the Carnation Mall. Carnation Optical is locally owned and operated since 1983, with over 1,000 frames to choose from, and their glasses are made in-house. Stephanie and her team at Carnation Optical invite you to call and schedule your eye appointment at 330-821-5476 and experience Carnation Optical's laid-back, casual environment with on-site lab for fast and accurate services. Carnation Optical at the intersection of Union and Glamorgan. Come see for yourself.
Jose Ramirez hit by Scooble. Tie game at 1.
Oh, and he's okay.
He is.
Hit him on the wrist. Purple Raiders 2nd and 8 now at the 26. Pass caught by Williams. Darnell 25. 20 shoved out of bounds and around the 20-yard line.
Put that high heat inside on him there too, Sam.
Oh, he didn't even get hit close to the wrist.
No.
It was his lowered left forearm under the elbow.
It was.
Which I'm sure doesn't feel much better. But it's a little more padding down there than you do on the top of your wrist.
And this might get Scooble out of the game.
Oh, boy. Now is when you have an
base hit
opportunity
to make it 3-1.
to blow it open. 3rd and 2 Raiders. Sims in motion. Boudry hands it, fakes it. Boudry rolls right, pass caught 20, and immediately tackled at the 20-yard line. Pretty good tackle there by Wilmington.
I hope they let Merrick kick here. I think that you need to get – see, this is where I'd let Merrick come in and kick.
Just to get the rep.
Yeah, get the rep. You never know when you're going to need that later in the year. It's Lane Thomas, by the way, up next.
All right, Lane. What do you say, Lane?
Oh, He hit that well. Left field. That might be gone, Sam.
Is that gone?
That's gone.
That's gone.
A grand slam.
That's a salami.
That's a grand slam.
All right. Sorry, folks. We're excited. Handoff up the middle. And it should be a first down, Mount Union. Lane Thomas just hit a grand slam off of Tarek Skubal, and the Guardians have roared back to take a 5-1 lead.
Are you kidding me, bro?
I can't believe what we're watching. We've got the Guardians game on a monitor to our left. We've got the Mount game in front of us. Mount game on the monitor to our right. When that ball left the bat, I thought no. You thought yes. And that ball went over the wall, and the Guardians with a huge, huge inning to take a 5-1 lead. Unbelievable. He got it all. Boudry around the right side. Noah got hit pretty hard. He's taken down around the 13-yard line.
How about Lane Thomas in this series? Game 1, 3-run homer. Game 5, a grand slam to left field.
And look at the reaction in the Guardians dugout.
Finally, they got the Tarek Skubal.
Wow. Now you
Cow.
you put the nail in right here.
Yeah.
Now you put it in. No. 5-1.
Are they going to be able to make that up, though, against the Guardians' pen? 3 innings. You got Clase.
We've used, what, 60%
you got
of
Gaddis
our
still.
bullpen already.
Yeah, but you got Clase and Gaddis still.
Heron, right?
And
He's still
Heron's in right now.
He's in now.
How about Lane Thomas? Mid-season acquisition in a trade.
And struggled mightily when he first got here.
And since then, I might just go buy myself a Lane Thomas jersey.
I'm telling you. 8 is great.
Man, I wanted Christmas to come early, too. I wanted Johnny Noel to go deep to left.
How about that? Boy, that Progressive Field is just insane, right? Look at it. Look at him.
I'm so excited right now.
Wow.
I don't know about you, bro. But
that was fun. That was fun.
Look at Rocchio.
Look at
the whole team.
Look at that.
Oh, come on. Bring on the Yankees.
First
already.
thing I do.
Get through it. Get through it all. But
yeah,
still.
We still got some work to do. Boudry back to throw. Noah over the middle. Got a man. Touchdown, Tyrell Sanders. 13 yards. He was wide open.
Let's say they had 3 options on that side of the field. Finally back to the football game now, but they had 3 options on that side of the field, and that was simple pitch and catch for Noah Boudry. Take your choice. And everyone went to Darnell on the wheel coming out of the backfield, and everyone followed Jerry Cooper. And you know what's crazy about that, Sam? Tyrell, of those 3 guys, has made the most acrobatic catches of all 3 of them all year.
You're right.
He might be the best pure wide receiver, and no one covered him.
Yvonne Merrick with the extra point makes it a 56-12 Mount Union lead. Wind is starting to pick up here. It is complete overcast now. I wonder at some point if they don't turn the lights on here at the stadium. It's gotten so dark. So Mount Union up 56-12, 40 seconds to go first half. The Cleveland Guardians on a Lane Thomas grand slam lead the Tigers, top of the 6th inning, 5-1 at Progressive Field.
I just got a text from I got a text from my dad that said Lane Thomas with 5 exclamation points. I got a text from one of my best buddies that said Lane Thomas with 5 exclamation points.
Oh, yeah. All dialed in today.
Lane Thomas is reverberating throughout Northeast Ohio right now. And by the way, here, in case you've, lost track, 56-12 Mount Union, and Noah Boudry's first half, Sam, 15 of 15, 248 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. By the way, to 3 different wide receivers as well. Nicky Turner, Tyrell Sanders, and Tyler Echeverry have all caught touchdowns from Noah Boudry. After a week last week with 2 interceptions, perfect this week. Cannot be better. I'm sorry, I know you're excited like I am.
It's
so hard to.
I'm trying to line something up here for us. There's the kickoff. Wilmington return up the middle 10, now left hash. 15, 20, 25, and to the 29-yard line. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. We're going to credit the Turner Sports here. Lane Thomas Do your thing, man.
Thomas swings, hits a high fly ball deep into left field. It is up. It is going to be a grand slam. Lane Thomas. What a moment. What a swing. It's 5-1 Cleveland.
That call courtesy of Turner Sports.
Brian Anderson.
Lane Thomas, Brian Anderson. I think one of the best.
What a great call!
What a great call! And what a moment! I think we each got a couple of goosebumps on that.
I know I did. Could you hear the crowd in the background? Oh, would I love to be there?
The crescendo at its finest. Timeout here with 29 seconds to go in the first half. 56-20 Mount Union.
So,
or 56-12 Mount Union. I beg your pardon.
So speaking about Mount for a second here, Sam. You know, last week you and I made the trip down to Westerville, and we both said to each other after that we felt like Mount had work to do. We felt they had to kind of maybe figure out some of their identity issues. And again, Wilmington 0-4, not one of the top teams in the conference, but they've come in today and they've flexed their muscles through a half. A 56-point first half is exactly what they needed after last week, where they struggled to find the end zone.
First and 10, Quakers at their own 40-yard line. Back to throw, looking downfield, crossing around. Yasson's almost with the interception, incomplete. There's the penalty flag.
That's a bad flag.
They got Yasson's for PI.
So the problem I have with that, Sam, for the safety in Yasson's is that he has as much a right to the ball as the wide receiver does. And if you look at the play, he got to the ball at the same time as the wide receiver did. You're allowed to make a jump and a play for that ball. There's a lot of contact there, but you're allowed to go after it. By the way, that home run given up by Tarek Skubal, Sam, the first home run he's given up since September 12th. To the Colorado Rockies.
That was a big one.
Which, if it was in Colorado, you know, like I do, home runs out there, they fly out of that ballpark.
Right. The thin air.
Yes.
Out in Denver. Ross back to throw. Easy out pattern, incomplete. Wow. Try to get Throckmorton incomplete. That's going to stop the clock with 20 seconds to go. 56-12. Purple Raiders. Again, first half just about to come to a close. We'll have halftime activities coming up. News with Jeff Mears.
So Heron's got 2 down now, top of the 6th. He gets through this. You have 7, 8, and 9. You have obviously Gaddis coming in for one of those innings, and then Classe to hopefully close.
Ooh. I don't want Classe to have to go multiple innings. Pass is caught down here. Nope. Now they're going to. Yep, it is a catch. Mount says no way, but the official says yes way. That's a catch. First down, Wilmington.
You know, it was a really nice throw there by Ross. We've been talking about his ball hanging up in the air, Sam. That time fired through, stepping his left foot into the ground and kept that spiral down. I think that's probably his best mechanics throw of the day.
So timeout Wilmington, still 14. Could this be a longer half? 14 seconds to go in the first half. 56-12 Mount Union. And the Quakers have decided to call a timeout.
Extra base hit to left field for the Tigers. Torkelson, guy's been a thorn in their side.
Second hit today for him.
I'd never heard of half of these guys before this.
He was a high round draft pick who's really been a disappointment, but has come on here the last couple of days. I think for me with the Guardians, I need Heron to finish this inning.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind bringing him out to start the next inning.
Well, this is
then you come with Gaddis, and then hopefully you don't have to mess around with Classe until the 9th inning.
Well, and this is where an interesting point that you and I were talking about earlier, Sam, too, comes into play. Do you go to a Cobb or go to a Bybee for a spot inning?
Yeah. Maybe. And I know that Classe was able to come through the other day, but
I'm not a fan
I'm
of that
real
either.
funny about my closer
going more than an
inning. And I know they can. I just don't like it. Ross, pop pass over the middle, incomplete. And only one really close there was Marcus Jackson for Mount Union, 11 seconds to go.
It was Rossi Moore that caused that, by the way, too. Torkelson steals going to third, by the way.
Wow.
So that run.
Stealing down 4.
Yeah.
That's not exactly in the baseball book, but he got it. Oh, it was a while. Okay.
Okay. I didn't see that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got to go there.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 at Wilmington. Raider 29. Ross back to throw, steps up in the pocket. Hey, got him. Caleb Brown
fumbled the ball
with
too.
the sack at the 34-yard line. Let that clock run out. And they do.
Did you see that, Coach? Coach Kevin Burke on the sideline for Wilmington took his headset microphone that's attached to his belt, and he threw it to the ground after that sack and fumble.
Having a word with his quarterback now. That's the end of the first half here in Alliance. Homecoming 2024 here on the campus of the University of Mount Union. All purple today. Mount 56 and Wilmington 12. Halftime activities are coming up. Stay with us.
Get into SARTA and get SARTA Smart. There are several ways to ride SARTA. Pay your fare the way you want. Use our Easy Fare app to get your ticket
having a relationship. The man no longer lived there, so Godino took his friends as hostages. Sentencing is scheduled for December 18th. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
The Mahoning County coroner has released the names of the victims in a deadly house explosion. They are 69-year-old Jeffrey Kosanier, 67-year-old Joanne Kosanier, and 33-year-olds Adam and Julie Lubick. They were killed when the home on Huxley Road in Ellsworth Township exploded last Saturday morning. The state fire marshal's office is investigating the incident. No cause has been determined. The blast could be felt and heard miles away and damaged surrounding homes. Charges are pending in the shooting of a man in Boardman this morning. The victim was wounded around 2 a.m. outside a home on Oak Ridge Drive. Police tell WFMJ-TV the victim went to the home to see an ex-girlfriend. The two argued, and when they went outside, the victim says the woman's current boyfriend shot at him from behind a car. The victim was taken to a hospital for treatment. The suspect was released after being briefly detained. The prosecutor's office will determine whether charges will be filed. Wednesday was the deadline for opponents of Insight Health taking over Trumbull Regional Medical Center in Warren and Hillside Rehabilitation in Howland to file an objection in court. The company was named the designated operator of both hospitals. One objection was filed by Becton Dickinson and Company and its subsidiary CareFusion Solutions. According to the objection, Becton and CareFusion in 2017 signed an agreement with Steward Healthcare. It included CareFusion's leasing of its equipment. The filing states that Steward has failed to pay those parties for use of the equipment. Steward reportedly owes about $1.8 million to Becton. Becton asks that no sale or transfer of ownership take place until Steward pays what they owe. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, right after the forecast from News 5 meteorologist Mark Johnson. From the AM 1310 WDPN newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears.
Only the isolated chance of a shower this afternoon, otherwise clouds and a little sunshine in there with highs near 70 degrees. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms scattered around with a low of 54. For Mark J. Weather, I'm meteorologist Ray Petlin.
Hello, Purple Raider fans. Chuck Moore here, former Mount Union running back, four-time national champion, and 2001 Ghilardi Trophy winner. Are you facing some major financial events, things like retirement, marriage, divorce, or selling a business? We at Markham Wealth understand, and we can help. Call 330-564-8590 or visit www.markhamwealth.com for a free consultation.
Neither tailored services nor the background of your financial professional should be construed as a guarantee of a particular outcome. Past performance does not guarantee future results. All investing comes with risk, including risk of loss. Markham Wealth is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
For over 80 years, Bonford Glass has been the expert when it comes to glass. You can count on the professionals at Bonford's for the latest techniques in glass repair, like the Aegis windshield repair system. The Aegis system can repair small chips in your windshield before they grow into big headaches. This revolutionary process takes less than an hour and can easily restore your windshield to its original strength. In fact, the Aegis windshield repair system is so effective that most insurance companies will waive the deductible and cover the entire amount of the repair, saving you and your insurance company up to 80% of the cost of a windshield replacement. The Aegis windshield repair system, just one of the expert repairs from Bonford Glass. They'll help you save money and make your windshield safer. Bonford Glass. Call 330-823-0450 or stop by at 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Get into SARTA and get SARTA smart. Sure, we're all about Stark County, but did you know we have express fixed routes to Akron and Cleveland? Just take Route 81, that's Akron, or Route 4 to Cleveland. Shop, eat, sightsee, catch a game, or visit that other Hall of Fame. We also take veterans to their Wade Park appointments for free. Plan your next trip to Akron or Cleveland, and SARTA will get you there. That's how you get into SARTA and get SARTA smart. Visit SARTAonline.com/smart.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN.
We return back in here at halftime to Mount Union's Purple Raider Stadium, Karis Stadium. Always still call it Purple Raider Stadium, but Karis Stadium here at the half. Mount Union 56 and Wilmington 12 as we run through the halftime numbers at this point. First downs in the first half, actually not that far apart. Mount Union with 20, Wilmington with 13. Mount Union dominated, though, in total offense, 430 to 188 for the first half. They had 182 on the ground and 248 through the air. Noah Boudry was a perfect 15 of 15 through the air in the first half. 3 touchdowns, and he was sacked 1 time. Isaac Ross, 12 of 23 through the air in the first half, 131 yards and a touchdown. He was sacked 3 times in the first half. Kai Smith led in rushing for the Quakers in the first half. 7 attempts for 31 yards total. Tyler Echeverry, 8 attempts for Mount Union, 97 yards and 3 touchdowns. Darnell Williams, 3 attempts for 42 yards and a score. Noah Boudry, 5 for 28 and a touchdown. As for receiving, Nick Turner caught 4 balls for 87 yards and a score. Echeverry, 2 for 46 and a score. Tyrell Sanders, 2 for 44 and a touchdown. Receiving touchdown by Wilmington was by Joseph Spann. Caught 3 balls for 16 yards and the touchdown. All in all, in the first half, Mount Union really effective on both sides of the ball. Rossi Moore led them defensively with 9 tackles and 2.5 tackles for loss. Go to the scoring now in the first half and give you a couple of highlights here as the Guardians get out of a bases-loaded jam in the 6th inning and head to the bottom of the 6th, up 5-2. But we'll go through some of the scoring from the first half, give you a couple of the Mount Union touchdowns here if we can. Their first touchdown to start the day off sounded like this early in the game.
Boudry, flat, caught. Tyler, 40, 35-30, breaks the tackle, 25-20. He might go, 15-10, 5 touchdown. Tyler Echeverry from 45 yards away. He made the catch. He did all the hard work, and the Raiders are on the board.
Their third touchdown of the day. Echeverry found the ground game to get working for the Purple Raiders with a 32-yard jaunt. Here's how Sam called it.
Backs are split, first down, Mount Union. Student body right. Here we go. 30, 25, 20, 15. Echeverry 10, 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Have a day. Tyler Echeverry, 20-3 Raiders.
Let's give you the fourth touchdown of the first half by Tyler Echeverry. This one coming in the second quarter to start the quarter on a 2-yard touchdown run.
1st and 10 Raiders at the Wilmington 16-yard line. Play action pass. There's your touchdown. Nicky Turner into the end zone from 16 yards. You better hit the window, John. 27-3 Mount Union with exactly 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Made it 28-3. We'll give them one more highlight here. This next one, a little jaunt by Echeverry, his next touchdown of the half.
I'm going to guess Echeverry here.
Boudry to Echeverry into the end zone. Nobody touched him again. Touchdown, Mount Union. Well, you went on the limb there, did you?
Echeverry, big first half for the Purple Raiders. 8 carries, 97 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Plus, he caught one in that first half as well. Halftime score again. Purple Raiders 56, Wilmington 12. Take a timeout here. You're listening to Mount Union Purple Raider football on AM 1310 WDPN. When we return, Sam will rejoin the broadcast. I'm going to go hit the bathroom really quickly because I have a moment, and we'll get you set for the second half when we return after these messages from our sponsors.
For over 80 years, Bonford Glass has been the expert when it comes to glass. You can count on the professionals at Bonford's for the latest techniques in glass repair, like the Aegis windshield repair system. The Aegis system can repair small chips in your windshield before they grow into big headaches. This revolutionary process takes less than an hour and can easily restore your windshield to its original strength. In fact, the Aegis windshield repair system is so effective that most insurance companies will waive the deductible and cover the entire amount of the repair, saving you and your insurance company up to 80% of the cost of a windshield replacement. The Aegis windshield repair system, just one of the expert repairs from Bonford Glass. They'll help you save money and make your windshield safer. Bonford Glass. Call 330-823-0450 or stop by at 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Step back in time at Doug's Classic 57, Alliance's favorite diner, serving up authentic diner fare just like the good old days. Whether you're grabbing breakfast, lunch, or dinner, we've got the comfort food you crave, served with the side of nostalgia. So bring the family, bring the friends, and come hungry. Doug's Classic 57, where the past tastes delicious. Located right here in Alliance. Doug's Classic 57, serving an authentic classic diner experience for over 50 years.
Visit Carnation Optical at 75 Glamorgan Street, across from the Glamorgan Castle, right here in Alliance, formerly in the Carnation Mall. Carnation Optical is locally owned and operated since 1983, with over 1,000 frames to choose from, and their glasses are made in-house. Stephanie and her team at Carnation Optical invite you to call and schedule your eye appointment at 330-821-5476 and experience Carnation Optical's laid-back, casual environment with on-site lab for fast and accurate services. Carnation Optical at the intersection of Union and Glamorgan. Come see for yourself.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN.
And we're back here. Halftime activities continue here at Mount Union. It is 56-12 is our score. Still got about 5 or 6 minutes before we get rolling here in the second quarter or the second half of play. Sam Berkman, John Bazika with you on 1310 and Q92radiosports.com. You might have to readjust those levers there.
No,
I heard silence and panicked, and I turned everything up. So
no, you're good.
Here we go. 56-12 is our score.
You did fine.
Cleveland leads Detroit 5-2. That ball game now is going, I believe, to the top of the seventh. Would that make sense?
It is.
And boy, Cleveland is really, really dug already so deep into their bullpen.
This is fine.
No. Yes. This is mine over here. Oh, my. See, look at my eyes there. Like, oh, my God.
I know.
Meanwhile, the weather here has taken an ugly turn. We went from nice sunny skies and some white clouds to a downpour about 5 or 6 minutes ago. Now it's just kind of a pesky rain, but the wind is kicked up, and you can tell we've lost a little bit of a couple of degrees in the temperature.
I'm happy about this, though, because I planted some grass last week. And
oh, that's right. How'd that?
I haven't seen any little buds yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, this will help the cause.
I've been watering every day religiously, and the dog's been peeing on it every day religiously.
Well, that'll help. Good doggy. I got the big pre-Halloween mow in yesterday.
I saw the yard last week. It looked good.
So now I don't know if there's any progress being. Today was going to be the day that my wife and my son were going to put up all of the Halloween inflatables and animatronics in the front yard today. I don't know if the weather has curtailed that activity, but that was supposed to happen at the house today. So
I would say you had the like fun little things out last week.
Yeah, that was just an appetizer.
It was
next time you come over before we hit the road, everything should be
the Berkwin app.
Should be good. We'll turn it on for you too.
I'm excited.
I don't care if it's in the morning. We'll turn everything on for you.
They'll hear They'll hear the whoa.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
First half by Mount Sam.
Rain's coming down now. Go ahead.
You know, I don't. This has always been such a tough spot for me as a broadcaster analyst to describe what is going to happen here for Mount in the second half. I mean, you know, you're not going to play the starters the whole half. You might give them a series, but what do you really focus on for this half if you're Mount Union? Because you're up by 44. You've thoroughly dominated a half of football. And if you're Wilmington, things are even tougher for you because what do you focus on for this half? Because, I mean, even if you play the best half of football possible, it's not going to matter. You're still going to walk away the loser. I just think this is a really tough position for both coaches. And with this rainfall, and look at our window now.
It's coming down now as hard as it did about 5 or 10 minutes ago. And obviously, the student section said, we're out of here. So they're gone. Most of the people on this side of the stadium either have umbrellas out or they have left. Now, if you're on the Mount side, you get the cover. So, but still, some people have headed out. Now the parking lot now is
not
nearly
down, by the way. Top of the 7th.
All right, good deal. Gaddis still in there. We need him to finish this inning.
Yep,
at least. You need to finish this inning, Hunter Gaddis.
Yeah, because then you give the ball over to.
We only need 3 outs at that point.
Classe.
Although I wouldn't mind a couple of more runs. Second half underway in the pouring rain here in Alliance. Guy on the return. He's going sideways quick and going to get drilled and taken down back at the 17-yard line. Connor Adelman. Nice tackle, young man, for the Purple Raiders.
Louisville kid.
Just going to say. Boy, you can look at our replay monitor. You can see how hard the rain is coming down.
Oh,
and when you can tell through the monitor how heavy it's raining, you know it's coming down in buckets, and that's what we got going on right here. This arrived a little earlier than it was supposed to.
Tigers have a base runner. Green got on.
Oh, look out! Weston Arthur delivered. Tick, tick, boom, back at the 10-yard line. And Mohammed, I don't know if that was Muhammad or if that was Smith. I'll find out here. Oh, my heavens. And a textbook tackle by Arthur. That knocked the helmet right off.
We've been saying how impressed we've been with him, and not just for his coverage and for his tackling ability, but as you said, Sam, that's textbook of how to perform a clean tackle. And I'm shocked that Smith is still out there after that play.
What a hit. Ross back to throw in the flat. Caught across the 17, and that's going to be about it on progress. That was Xavier Delgado wearing that 88 on the back of his jersey. Arthur was there again. Boy, it is just pouring. I mean, pouring.
You can hear it on our crowd mic. Listen to that.
I mean, the umbrellas are just taking a beating right now. And it's hard to see the game through our press box windows. This might be a time where we just call it off the old monitor. What's going on here, Johnny? I don't like what I'm seeing on that monitor to my left.
Run scores. Run scores on a shot to center field by Keith.
And it's now a 5-3 Guardians lead. Boy, the bullpen today has not been slick. And Gaddis is lucky that didn't leave the yard.
He got all of it, too.
So 13:35 to go here in the third quarter. Now we have a penalty flag that was dropped back here at the 7-yard line. And it looks like it is going to be on Mount Union, and Gaddis's day is done on the mound. Boy, our bullpen is. You may need an Alex Cobb or a Tanner Bybee for an out today. Somebody. Because you certainly cannot even think about putting Class A in at this point.
You got the tying run at the plate. Morgan's coming in next.
Eli Morgan. Wow. 56-12 here, Mount Union. 13:15 to go third quarter.
I never thought it would be the bullpen that would.
I mean, just 20 minutes ago, you and I are high-fiving, jumping up and down. It's a grand slam by Lane Thomas. It's 5-1. We're on our way. And now
5-3.
This game's hanging in the balance.
Tying run coming to the plate.
Not this football game, the baseball game.
Yeah.
This football game is on ice. 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. Mount Union 56, Wilmington 12, and they have turned the lights on here at Cara Stadium. Ross back to throw. He's in trouble. Got him. Caleb Brown back at the 30-yard line. It's a sack and a loss of 3 on the play. Caleb Brown, very active today for Coach Jeff Dart and the Purple Raiders.
You know, Coach Kevin Burke of Wilmington on the sideline yelling about something right now to his team, but I thought it was really cool. Right before the half, he had a word with his quarterback in Ross down there, and after he got done reading him the riot act, he took his helmet off and he gave him a kiss on the forehead, and they both laughed it off. I thought it was a sign of good coaching. He's firing.
Yep.
I think that's the type of guy Wilmington needs.
Yep. Ross back to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Steps up in the pocket, throws across his body, caught. At the Wilmington 36-yard line, Lathan Jones on the reception.
And to Ross's credit, too, in this game, Sam, even though they're down 44, he's taking care of the ball. He's made some nice throws, and he's shown a lot of ability at different times. I think with him being just a junior, I think if they can get some pieces around him, I think next year could be a different story for this team. But obviously, you know, not going to do it here today, but there's positives if you're Coach Burke.
Ross had the ball go, well, he's just going to kick it out of the back of the end zone.
It was
How about
the punter who had the ball go over his head.
So a bad snap. What are they calling here?
Flag down for something.
The punter just wound up and torched that ball with his right foot about from the 15-yard line and went out of the back of the end zone. And you got a couple of penalty flags as the rain continues to fall. That ball was well over his head. And, yeah, he just stoinked it out of the back of the end zone from about 15 yards out. No way in the world he was going to catch that snap from center. And he figured, you know what, I'll kick it out of the end zone.
First batter Morgan faces goes down swinging. 3 pitches.
So a brief meeting of the minds for the officiating crew. 11:07 to go third quarter. It's all Mount Union, by the way, 56-12 here in Alliance.
Would be 58-12 if this safety is added. I don't know if you follow the Twitter account, Sam, but there's a Twitter account for football games called the Scoregami.
Illegal kicking offense, that penalty is declined. The result of the play is a safety.
When you have, I've never heard that before.
It's one or the other. So
it's called, the Twitter account is called the Scoregami.
Scoregami, okay.
For scores that have never happened before in football history. And I would venture to say 58-12 has not happened many times. By the way, Morgan, 5 pitches, 5 strikes. Looking to get out of a jam here with Torkelson up to bat. And the 0-2 pitch on the way.
Come on, Gaddis. Oh, just off the corner. All right, so a safety makes it 58-12 Mount Union, 11:07 to go third quarter, and it'll be a free kick coming. So Mount's going to get the ball probably in a really good field position here. And I would not be surprised if Mount's number 1 offense
comes out.
I mean, do you maybe let them do 1 series and then
I don't know,
have them sit?
I mean,
just for, routine purposes. And
yeah, I mean, you've got Heidelberg coming in next week. 2-2 the count now. It's 3 pitches now. He's thrown off the plate trying to get Torkelson to chase. So payoff pitch now for Morgan. Rain starting to fall again. Oh, wow. Looking. Got
Here comes the
Torkelson
free
looking
kick.
high in the zone.
Well, that's Thomas all the way back at his 23-yard line. Left right hash return, 35, 40, 45, 50. Thomas off to the races. He's to the 40. He's tripped up at the Wilmington 35-yard line. May have taken it to the house. Great return by Thomas, and the Raiders are in great field position to start this next drive, 1st and 10.
I think you need one run, by the way. 6'3" looks a lot different than 5'3".
I would like at least one. I won't say no to more.
You just heard that on the crowd mic. If you did, you heard that cheer with the echo in it. That means the crowd has become more sparse.
Yes.
Mikey Maloney, by the way, in at quarterback.
All right, Mikey, what do you got here today for us? 1st and 10. Give to Darnell, trying to get the corner. Stiff arm twist, and Darnell just kind of glides out of bounds, picks up about a yard maybe. And the rain continues to pummel the folks that are not undercover here at the stadium. I mean, it is raining as hard as it's rained all day. And again, this is several hours early. This wasn't supposed to be here till 5, 6 o'clock.
Alabama escapes, by the way, 27-25. They beat South Carolina.
South Carolina's a pretty good football team. Mikey Maloney, a quarterback draw inside the 30 to the 20. Mikey to the 10 to the 5, and he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Purple Raiders. Mikey Maloney.
We talked about it. We saw him in end-of-game relief at B-Dub, and we were impressed with him. This is why they like him, Sam, because he can run. That's why they like him so much.
Yep, just out of bounds at around the 2. Meanwhile, Darnell Williams gets a handoff and dances into the end zone for another Mount Union touchdown. 9:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. And it's the Purple Raiders on top, 64-12.
Yvonne Merrick to attempt the extra point. Mike Franklin to hold.
It's a handoff. Nobody was there to cover it. Nobody was there to stop it.
I sent Mount Union SID, Nate Larica, a text message today. Or not today. Yesterday. I said, any way we could move our game to like 4:30 with a smiley face? He says, oh, that would be nice, but no, sir. It's a 1:30 kickoff, and I said, I will see you then. So kick is up and good by Merrick, making it a 65-12 ball game. Mount Union with 9:49 to go. And we will step away. More Purple Raider football coming up on 1310 WDPN.
Hey, man, good to see you. What brings you out here today? Need to pick up a few tools. You? I need new kitchen cabinets, countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson's Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard plumbing registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park, or visit them online at robertsonkitchenandbath.com, where amazing meets affordable.
Another drive there for Mount Union. Sam ends in a touchdown, and they keep adding to their lead. That drive ends up being all of 3 plays and 35 yards in a minute 10. 2-yard touchdown by Darnell Williams, his 2nd rushing score of the day. Mount Union's 6th rushing touchdown today.
There's the return by Wilmington, 20, 25, 30. Boy, a lot of missed tackles, like 4 or 5. And finally, Shannon, who is kind of a beast. The more we watch him here today, he sloughed off about 5 tackles, kept going, but he kind of retreated a little bit, and they're going to finally mark him down around the 25-yard line. But great effort by him not to go down.
So Deontay Sannon is a junior. Kai Smith is a freshman. Quarterback Ross is a junior. Span, who's been nice at wide receiver today, is a sophomore. That was Gardner on the carry there, Sam.
Carries the football, tackled by Jazz.
Got some nice young pieces if you're Wilmington.
Gains 5 yards to the 30. Correction, he gains to the 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Heidelberg will be here next weekend. Kickoff at 1:30, 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com. John and I will be here for that. Hand off over the right side to the 34-yard line. The Student Princes and the Purple Raiders a week from today. Wilmington up to the line in a hurry. They want to get this play rolling. It's 3rd down and 1 from their 34. Ross, quick dump, pass in the flat, incomplete. Bobbled and dropped by Demyron Joy.
Looked like there that David Fry had hit into a double play, and instead the ball just went foul.
Just foul. That was close.
Yeah.
Guardians 5, Tigers 3. Bottom of the 7th in Cleveland. It's been a roller coaster ride for the folks at Progressive Field and us here in the booth today.
No outs. David Fry up. Runner on first is Quan.
Avery Ernst in punt formation.
Trickles at Falcon, third base.
8:41 to go here. Mount Union 65 and Wilmington 12. Mount on their way to their 5th win in a row. There's the boot. That's the best punt we've seen all day. That'll bounce inside the 15, and the Quakers will down it at the Purple Raider 13-yard line with 8:32 to go. Fry goes down, swinging a miss.
Ernst, by the way, the punter, is a sophomore, another young guy that they have. I was just going to look that up. I was going to see what Heidelberg is doing today.
I was going to ask you what Otterbein was doing today. I'm anxious to see what they do against
B-Dub.
B-Dub after that, great performance they put on against the Purple Raiders.
Well, let me tell you.
What do you say there?
Partner.
Pass incomplete. Out in the flat out there around the 20-yard line. That pass was intended for Mikey Maloney. Still in there at quarterback for the Raiders. Had a good first series, leading them to a score. 8:30 to go in this one. 65-12 Mount Union. Still raining here at the stadium. Lights have been turned on. Mikey to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15 down to the 13-yard line. That ball was picked off by Samuel Brooks. It was actually tipped first. Brooks kept his concentration and got the pick. Let me see who got their hands on it first here. That was 15. That was Iverson McElwee. So he tipped it first. And then the interception. Oh, he was almost out of bounds when he picked that, but that was a good call. First down, Wilmington.
Runners on the corners for the Guardians after a base hit.
Pass in the end zone, incomplete. Second down.
By Ramirez brings up Lane Thomas again.
Oh, how about another one here, Lane? Thomas, a grand slam earlier today for the Guardians.
By the way, 22-0 Baldwin Wallace in the third quarter with 1:33 left. And 21-0 John Carroll over Capital at the start of the second quarter. Thomas, base hit, it appears, scores a run either way.
All right, keep it going. Keep it going. There's a handoff inside 5-4 to the 3 to the 2 and into the end zone, touchdown. That was Gardner, Caleb Gardner, the junior running back for Wilmington. And it's a 65. You ever seen a 65-18 score? We've got one right now here with
I said scoregami. It's a scoregami.
It is.
Don't know on Twitter. Also another score in the OAC, Sam. End of the third, Muskingum 35, Ohio Northern 17. And it has the score here on the OAC website as Mount Union 28 and Wilmington 3.
Better update
It's
that.
changed a little bit.
It's changed a little bit. Quakers looking to tack on the extra point here. It is up. It squeezes over the upright, and it's good. And we'll take a timeout. You know, we were hoping for a
Into
nice...
Sarda and get Sarda Smart. Not sorta smart, Sarda Smart. Did you know we have 32 fixed routes? Just think of all the places that'll take you. So many of your Sarda destinations to shop, eat, entertain, have fun, learn, and earn. Catch any of them at our 4 transit centers. You'll find them in Alliance, Belden Village, Canton, and Massillon. That's how you get into Sarda and get Sarda Smart. Visit sardaonline.com/smart.
Go ahead, John.
No, I was going to say 65-19 now the score. Wilmington cuts it to, a 46-point game again. That drive there, 2 plays, 13 yards after the Mikey Maloney interception. And give Wilmington some credit, Sam. I mean, they've hung in. They've been tough. They've, you said it earlier, putting 19 on the board against Mount Union, that's a good afternoon.
They've never done that.
No, never. It's normally like 72-0 or like, and this is again what you were talking about earlier, Sam, kind of the
live ball down there, free ball. Raiders flop on it at the 30-yard line. That's where they'll go 1st and 10.
Kind of the OAC coming back to the mean, because it's like 10 years ago, this doesn't happen. Now, though, it happens with quite a lot of regularity anymore that a team like this puts on 19 on the scoreboard, maybe, there's a lot of time left. They could score 30 points in this game.
Well, I just looked up there and I said, okay, well, we got 8 minutes to go and it's fourth. No, it's the third quarter. It's the third quarter.
Slow-moving game now.
Well, yeah.
Tyler Holton comes in now for Detroit.
Guardians may be looking for the knockout punch.
Thomas on the carry.
But they need to finish it off right here.
Josh Naylor up to bat. He has not done much with the bat this series. This would be a perfect time for him to show that his 30-plus home runs in the regular season were not a fluke.
Yeah.
Sun shining in Cleveland, too.
I was just going to say, you could see it glittering off the helmet of Josh Naylor. Guardians 6, Tigers 3, bottom 7 in Cleveland here in Alliance. 7:45 to go third quarter. Mount Union 65 and Wilmington 19. 4 wide. Mikey Maloney hands it off. Thomas 30, 35, 40, breaks at 50 to the Wilmington 40. Look at Thomas go to the 30, breaks tackles to the 25 to the 20-yard line. I don't care what the score is. That's a hell of a run by Thomas.
I would say I'm such a fan of Sean Thomas since he first started getting carries this season way back in week 1 against Ferrum. He's been such a welcome sight to go with the other backs they have because he's kind of a combination of the two. He's got the speed, he's got the power, just a really good complementary back in the backfield.
Maloney gives it to Thomas again. 15, look at that car. It's inside the 5, keeps his feet, keeps his knees, keeps his eyes into the end zone, touchdown. Another fantastic run by Thomas. Mamma mia, 71-19 Mount Union, 6:52 to go.
7th rushing touchdown of the game for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. They have been incredible on the ground in this game, and it has not mattered who. Boudry now, Echeverry now, Thomas and Williams all have found the end zone.
Yep. Meanwhile,
Incredible
Josh
stuff.
Naylor goes down swinging. Yvonne Merrick going to have a sore foot after the day's over. Another extra point. He is perfect. 6:52 to go in the third quarter. Mount Union 72. Wilmington 19.
John
yes,
Kenzie,
you heard that correctly.
John Kenzie Noel up to bat. See, he's 0 for 3 today. See if he can get the bat going here with a big base hit.
Well, I'd love for him to push another one across here.
They already did in the inning. It's 6-3 Gardo's bottom of the 7th, but adding one more, making it a 4-run game, I think you and I both feel that's the comfort level that you need.
Yeah, especially with the bullpen now. Again, unless Vogt would think about, going an out or 15 pitches with a Cobb or a Bybee or somebody. And again, I hate to keep repeating here, but and I know Clase can do it, but I think if you really get deep into analytics, and there's not a lot there for that situation, closers are generally, that's just not a good spot to put them in if they've got to get more than 3 outs.
You bring them in for what you hope to be a 10 to 20 pitch outing in the 9th inning. Yep. You don't expect them to do that much. Ooh.
Fake reverse on the kickoff return by Wilmington. And out to the 33-yard line, the Quakers will go 1st and 10. 6:45 to go here. 72-19 Mount Union. Johnny, do the Raiders score 90 today?
You know what?
If they want to. But, over the years, when it gets like this, and if Mount's in the red zone, they'll just kick a field goal on 1st down, just out of, not wanting to pile it on.
I mean, but here's my thing. If Wilmington keeps scoring,
but yeah, you got
don't you
keep playing.
Yeah.
You got to keep playing. And Wilmington's not going to say, okay, well, we're done here. Gardner with the carry, and he will rumble his way out to the 43 and pick up a 1st down. Kenzie Noel couldn't get it done. Inning over. We go to the top of the 8th. Guardians 6, Tigers 3. Oh boy, they've left some
meat on the bone.
As our good buddy Bruce Drennan would say, they have left a few ducks on the pond today, but 6-3 lead.
I heard Rosie the other night on the broadcast say, "Oh, they've left some meat on the bone, Tom."
Gardner goes left, nothing. Goes back to the right. He will squeeze a couple of yards on the carry out to the 44.
Does anybody have it better than that guy, by the way?
Who's that?
Jim Rosenhaus.
Oh, Rosie.
He gets to announce 2 innings of baseball, regardless of how far they go. If they're in the World Series, he gets to do it. And he gets to sit in the booth in the biggest games of the year for 162 outings. And when Tom Hamilton doesn't want to do the games, he has the right to do any game he wants to. I think that might be the best job in pro sports.
Yeah, not too bad. Trips to the right. Ross back to throw. Caught over the middle at the 35. Down at the 36-yard line.
Really nice pass there again.
Wilmington not going away quietly. Sadil Muhammad on the reception. Oh, a penalty flag back here at the 40.
That's really nice that they dropped it on the near yellow part of the field.
Right,
there.
the soccer circle.
By the way, just in case you were wondering, Mount Union total yardage in the game. Did you see it?
No, but it's got to be 5. Got to be 5.
Give me a number. Give me like a round number.
5. 525.
535.
535. I was going to go 6.
You should play the lottery.
I did last night. Another rolling cash ticket in the trash can.
I was going to say, you're still here.
The rolling cash got up to 947,000, which is really high.
I'll know if you don't. I'll know if you hit the lottery because I won't see you here on Saturday.
That's right.
We'll be headed to Bermuda.
You never see or hear from me again. No disrespect. Pass is caught by Joy, who's just going the wrong way. After he almost got shoved out of bounds to the 30, he circled the wagons and went all the way back to the 22.
I'm going to credit what just happened on the field to the advent of video game football. That these kids play Madden or they play NCAA football, and they're like, oh, I'm on the left side of the field, and then I ran all the way to the right and juked guys out. That's a video game.
Yeah, and you lost 8 yards.
When you're on the field, run north and south.
Yeah.
It is the quickest area between two spaces is a straight line. So run in a straight line.
And now you've got a 3rd and 27 and an incomplete pass out here at the 25-yard line.
It's the shortest distance between two spaces is a straight line. That's the quote. But still, it holds firm. If you catch the ball and you're in a hard place, run straight. If I was golfing with Dylan on a weekend and I was in the middle of the fairway, I'm not going to hit to the trees and then hit back out. I'm going to line to the pin and I'm going to hit at it.
That's right.
Now, whether or not I get it there
but that's what you're trying to do.
Duck hook it left.
Go forward, young man. Wilmington to punt on a 4th and 27 back at their 25-yard line. There's the boot. High spiral, doesn't turn over. Fair catch at the 41-yard line. Okay. 4:21 to go, third quarter. It's 72-19 Mount Union.
I had a buddy in college who always told me that if he could have his kids grow up to be anything, he said, if I have boys, I want them to be NFL punters. He said, because they'll make millions of dollars. He said, they won't get hit. And he said, if they're good, they're beloved in that city.
And if you're good, if you're really good,
you can do it for
15, 18 years.
Yes.
Because your body's not being taxed.
No.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I remember you interviewing Ray Guy in like his 60s, and he said he probably still could have done it at that point.
Yep. There's Thomas on the carry, twisting out to the 44-yard line.
Talk about a character, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
On the carry,
Miss Ray Guy.
On the tackle.
Never, anytime he'd come to camp, never went from room to room without a drink in his hand.
Gain of 3, second down.
He's one of a kind, man.
He was something. We lost Ray about a year and a half ago. I was lucky. I get to spend a lot of time with Ray Guy, and it wasn't like a media thing.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't want to say, good friends, because, didn't get to know Ray, on a that comfortable a level, but it was kind of getting there a little bit.
Yeah.
And got to hang out several times, whether it was just the two of us or some friends around. And he was always just a very, very humble, jovial man when he would come into town. Down from the way down there in the hills of Mississippi, Ray Guy. He was something.
Morgan walks Meadows to start the next inning.
Hand off around the left side for Minier for Mount Union. He might go. 20, 15, 10, stays in bounds. Did he get in? No. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Caden Minier, the running back, he almost, John Bazika, hit the end zone.
So to your point, Sam, here comes Yvonne Merrick.
Yeah, they're not going
to attempt a field goal.
Yep.
Because the running back there and Minier, who would have been the 8th rushing touchdown for the Purple Raiders, ducked out at the 1.
Yep.
Which if you're playing fantasy today, which I don't know who plays D3 fantasy, you might be mad about that.
So Yvonne Merrick on for almost an extra point-like style field goal. Good snap, spot, kick up. Boy, he's having a good day. Yvonne, field goal-wise, extra point-wise, and with 2:20 to go in the third quarter, it is now Mount Union 75 and Wilmington 19.
You get a break in if you want.
You want to take a break?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back on 1310.
Gear up for game day with Grinders Above and Beyond, the spot for tailgating fun. Grinders has everything you need to make your pregame experience unforgettable. Join us for happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. and get a taste of our homemade tailgating favorites. Planning a big game gathering? Let us handle the catering. From sandwich platters and homemade chips to soups and salads, pies, and brownie samplers. We've got all your tailgating needs at Grinders Above and Beyond.
Sam, Guardians going to Emmanuel Classe for a 6-out close, it would appear, as Mount Union adds 3 more points to their now 75-point day on the scoreboard. And did you know that with this win today for Mount Union, they will now have a college football best 68th straight regular season win?
There's the kickoff, scooped up at the 20. Went around the 25, breaks a tackle at the 30, and flung out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
Your favorite team in all of Division III football, North Central, second on that list at 40, by the way.
That's the hump we've got to get over. And again, I don't want to look too far ahead here. That's where you got to go. That's where you got to get through. I hope Emmanuel Classe ate his Wheaties today because he's going to have to use every ounce of energy to get this one.
Well, he had the fastball working the other night. He was throwing it with some real velocity on it.
At quarterback for Wilmington.
And the Tigers steal, getting a runner to second.
Wilmington on that snap, flag down.
Carries the football.
You know, today was one of those days because you knew you had the Guardians going on at 1. And you figured Mount was most likely going to name the score today. I thought, you know, it would be nice to just have a little 2-hour and 20-minute game today. Mount Union gets their reps in. They get the win. Duck out of here a little bit early. Catch the – nope, 75-19 in the third quarter with 2 minutes to go.
We've got a 2-hour and
it's darn near 4 o'clock.
Game. Go ahead. It's going to be a 3-hour game.
Unbelievable. Pass tipped, incomplete at the 42-yard line. Got a new QB in there for Wilmington.
Great play made by Rocchio at short. Hard hit line drive, and he had to jump into the grass to go get it. That's his third gem that he's made at short. It was a really hard hit ball by Rogers, the catcher. He made an excellent play. Look at this.
Rocchio can get up in the air a little bit.
Absolutely.
Ostetler hands it off. Gardner again, across the 45 to the 47, first down.
You know, these Wilmington fans that are still here, they're the
Hardy bunch.
These are the Hardy folks right here.
Well, look at this. The quarterback, Miles Hostetler, who was on the depth chart, the number 1 quarterback today, finally seeing action in a 75-19 game with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, you're not going to let that go, are you?
No, because it happens way too much. Never trust a 2 deep before a football game. And that's no disrespect to any school or university, anywhere. It's just ridiculous the amount of times that it happens.
Pop fly to left field. Quan makes the catch. 2 are down, top of the 8th. Classe has only thrown 7 pitches.
Right. You keep this at a 12-pitch inning, I'll feel a whole lot better about him coming out in the 9th inning.
I want under 10, Sam. I want
that would be nice.
9-pitch inning.
That would be nice.
Then it feels like he hasn't even thrown.
And look who's at the plate. Boy, this guy, is he up every inning?
I was to say, am I going to grow to just hate Kerry
I
Carpenter?
already don't like him.
Yeah, me either.
Gardner carries it left tackle for the Quakers, first down at the Mount Union 40-yard line. 22 seconds to go, third quarter. Purple Raiders up 75-19.
You know what the problem is with the Tigers, too, is they're young. So they're going to be around for a while. And this is the year that you've got to get them because they're not smart enough yet.
They don't know what they don't know yet.
Yeah. Now, after this year, all bets are off with them.
And they're young in the pitching rotation, in the bullpen, in the field.
They're young everywhere.
They're young everywhere. Third quarter is over here at Mount Union.
And just wait until A.J. Hinch cooks up a nice strategy for them to win games.
Oh, the trash cans. 75-19, Mount Union. The fourth quarter is coming up. Hang in there.
When it comes to heating and cooling your home, quality always takes precedence. Being warm in the winter and cool during the summer are necessary for Ohio's extreme weather. At Harding Heating and Cooling, they recognize your needs and hope to bring comfort to your home. They are the Rheem Pro dealer for the Alliance area. Serving the area since 1975, Harding Heating and Cooling does everything for your comfort. With transparent pricing, 24/7 emergency services, comfort is just a phone call away at 330-823-8461. Visit Harding Heating and Cooling online at hardingheating.com.
Back here at Mount Union, where this one is over, but we have a quarter to go. 75-19, Purple Raiders over Wilmington. Sam Berkwin, John Bazika with you this afternoon. There's a carry by Caleb Gardner, who is brought down at the 41. That's a 2-yard loss of the play. Corey Gibson on the tackle for the Raiders, a bandit linebacker for Mount Union.
See the next bandit?
Had some good ones.
He's a sophomore.
Had some good ones. Just think now, this Mount Union team, every snap, every practice, every series, just get better. It's a pretty young team coming in. New quarterback, a lot of guys filling in the gaps over the years. Pass out here in the flat, caught. That's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 39-yard line of Mount Union.
Robert Riley.
13.
Nope, that's not Riley. That's nope, that is Robert Riley. I beg your pardon there, Dan Buckle. PA announcer here at the stadium.
13.
These double numbers will
now.
get you every time.
Kerry Carpenter keeps staying alive.
How many pitches is Class A up to? That's got to be around 15 now.
14.
See what I mean? That's he's trying to wear away at him. Pass.
Oh,
out of bounds, or did he catch it?
Oh, he caught that.
I think they caught it.
It was a great catch.
They did give it to him.
That was a great throw, too.
Yep.
He only had one place he could put that. Struck him out, too. Struck out Carpenter. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Look at this catch right here. This throw is impressive by Hostetler. He threw this out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
And he got one foot in there.
That's a great play. Thank you.
Salil Muhammad.
That is a great play right there. How about this? The stat sheet, 3 of them because there's been so many touchdowns today. Look at this. We're going to put some new ink in that printer down there. Look at that. Mount Union now 593 yards of total offense. They're getting close to 600. Hey, the skies are brightening up a little bit here. That's good to see.
We've had 16 scoring plays today.
That it? 12:50 to go in the game. Mount Union 75. Wilmington 19. Sam Berkman, John Bazika with you. We'll be here a week from today. Heidelberg comes to town for a 1:30 kick on 13-10.
My dad keeps handwritten stats.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be so mad right now.
Oh, yeah. Roll into the right, roll into the right. Hostetler going to run it now. He'll be out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
So what's funny to me with the flag down on that play is that Hostetler rolled right. That's where everything on the play was. They crossed everybody over, running to the right sideline. And Gardner was the back in the backfield. And Hostetler was on the right numbers. And Gardner waved his hand in the air, saying, "Look at me, I'm over here. I'm wide open on the left numbers. You are never going to throw a body or throw a ball from one side of the numbers to the other across the field like that."
Not going to happen.
However, though, Caleb Gardner is their leading rusher in the game. But a hold is going to bring him
Holding
back.
is the call.
Number 36,
Sam, I was saying this last night in our high school game that we did. There's a time to throw that flag, and there's a time to keep that flag in the pocket.
That's right.
Which one of those times do you think this is?
Well, with 12 minutes and 24 seconds to go in a 75-19 game, I would be sending down from the mountaintops an edict from the OAC office. If you pull a penalty flag out on any play here this afternoon, you're suspended.
Gardner slips down.
Gardner, meanwhile, tried to get his tracks underneath him, and he did the old slip and slide and fell down at the Mount Union 27-yard line. 11:50 to go in the game. 75-19 Purple Raiders.
Sam, is the freshman defensive lineman that plays for Mount Union that's LaCharles Bentley?
Don't know if that's a relation. I mean,
number 56.
First and last name identical, so there's a possibility there. Back to throw. Got him at the 37-yard line. Big sack. Ryan Poundstone, number 36, the spur linebacker. Big time play right there for Poundstone. Coming off the edge. And Hostetler had nowhere to go. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, bottom of the 8th, Guardians 6, Tigers 3. Emmanuel Classe has already thrown almost 20 pitches in that 8th inning. He'll have to come out for the 9th to finish it off.
Avery Erst will go in the punt formation. Tyler May deep for Mount Union.
Stick around. We'll have a very quick post-game show today. Still raining. Sun trying to peek through. Lights were turned on about an hour ago here at the stadium. 75-19 Mount on homecoming day. Heidelberg here next weekend.
I mean, he's from Avon. That's where he went to high school. And that's where LaCharles Bentley Sr. has his O-line academy.
So I think we were able to put 2 and 2 together there. That punt will be down at the Purple Raiders 17-yard line with 10:30 to go.
Jimenez with a one-out double
Yeah,
to right field.
Let's get one more in here. Let's get one more.
Brian
So if there is
Rocio
a disaster of all disasters, it would only be a tie game. Let's get one more run. Yep, so I'm looking that far ahead.
Man, you've been watching Cleveland sports way too long.
Long time. Want to shout out Stratton Chevrolet, proud sponsors of our first downs here all season long on the Purple Raider football. Thank you, Stratton Chevy.
I can't.
A lot of first downs when you put up 75 points.
You want the exact number
of
first downs?
First downs? Yeah.
Nick Morrow and Demetrius
44.
Oh, my goodness.
on the tackle. It is 2nd down and 7.
With 10
That's
minutes to play.
With 10 and they basically just sacrificed their last drive to kick a field goal.
They did.
Because they would have scored. So you could very easily be looking at a 79-19 ball game right here.
You said 90 could have been possible, and it could have.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah. They could have named whatever. They could put 100 on the board today.
I've seen Mount score, I think it was, I want to say 84 in person. I think is the most I've ever
Caden Minner
had the
carry of the football.
The pleasure
to preside over. And I can't, it wasn't against Wilmington, I don't think.
This is the most I've ever seen them score.
But a first down for the Purple
75-19 Mount, 9:20 to go in the game. Raiders with the ball, 3rd and 1 at their own 28-yard line.
Guardians got the insurance run. We're just a little behind, but they do get the insurance run. Rocchio brings it in.
Okay, so 7-3 now.
George Bozica for the note.
Thank you, George.
Oh, he waited a while for that.
Hand off around the right side.
Rocchio back up the middle. Jimenez scores from
there's that run.
Second. And Brian Rocchio in 5 games has gone from being a shortstop that Major League Baseball didn't know about to a shortstop that might have just played his way into an extension with the team.
Wow.
And Stephen Kwan coming up now.
That's a good at bat, too. He fought that one off.
He did.
That's a huge insurance run right there. Boy, if you'd have told me
7,
there would be 10 runs scored in the Tigers-Guardians game today, I would have said, you are out of your mind. I really, Vegas thought so, too. The total was 5.5. I mean, I would have thought 3-1, 2-1 today, 7-3 in the top of the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Guardians may be looking to add to it here.
Kwan today 3 for 4.
How different of a baseball team are the Guardians when he is hot?
Oh,
when you talk about it's double night and day. Mikey Maloney in the shotgun for the Raiders, 1st and 10 at the Mount 38-yard line. Maloney's going to run it out of the right side. 40. Look at Mikey Maloney. He's going to go to the 44 and be driving, twisting, burrowing out to the 46-yard line. Maloney fighting for every yard in a 75-19 ball game. 7:28 left to go. First time this year we've seen Mount come out with the purple jerseys and black pants.
This is the Mountain uniform I like.
You like this one?
I do. This to me is Mountain Union, this uniform. This is how I'll always remember them.
Yeah. I am.
Quan goes down swinging, by the way.
I guess I'm traditional. I love the purple jerseys, white pants, purple helmets. That's my favorite. But this is a good look here, too.
You know, and I'm really big into this, and I don't know where you fall on this, but my grandfather, who was McKinley grad, much like your dad, McKinley,
I think I know where you're going here.
For years, had the black uniforms, black pants, and the white helmet. And those white numbers and just that simple helmet with the spike on either side. There was something about it. It was like it spoke something about who you were going to play. But I also heard back in the day that they used to have, I think, a red top with black pants. That was incredible.
Johnny, I'm going to tell you what. And I'm a big uniform guy. Official timeout, by the way. 6:38 to go. 75-19 Mount Union. Back then, and when I say back then, this was John Brideweeser, Tom McDaniels. They didn't. Mikey Maloney's being helped off the field, not putting any pressure on his left leg. Must have got it trapped underneath him or something.
Hate to see that.
So now he's putting a little pressure on it. All right, Mikey. Hope you get better. McKinley is one of the first teams to have multiple sets of uniforms because they had a very, very, very active booster. I mean, they were able to bring money in and look sharp
in the day. Yes,
and same goes for basketball too. They didn't go 2 years without the same uniform and playing hoops.
No,
they always look so good. First and 10 Mount at the 49-yard line. 75-19 Raiders with the big lead.
Chase Copper in quarterback now.
All right, Chase. Penalty flags. So, then McKinley would only bust out the all-black jerseys, pants, white helmets for what was thought to be a very large game.
A big game.
Not very often. Not very often they didn't do it. The first time I remember them ever doing it was when Moeller came to town. So to the old Fawcett Stadium.
Would that have been like 85?
This was the year after McKinley beat him for the state title.
82. Okay.
And there goes a run down to the 35-yard line, first down Raiders.
Many year.
Mount won the state title 13-0 over Moeller. And the following year, as it happened, Moeller was on the schedule. So they came up to Canton, and Moeller won that game 16-6 in front of like 19,000 people on a Saturday night.
Take me back.
And McKinley wore the all black and white helmets that night. But they didn't do it very often. But there were many games in the 80s. McKinley would wear white at home. The year they won the state, they wore white jerseys, black pants, white helmets at a lot of their home games, which I thought was pretty cool. And they've had some sharp uniforms over the years. But the white helmet with the old original spike on the side.
Well, and
that's it for me. I don't do this new manufactured logo they've got going on now. Give me the old spike any day.
Well, and in '97 when they won, they had that red top with the white pants and the spike on the side.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure when they beat Iggy in the state semifinal, they were all white.
Yes. Yes.
When Fred Taylor,
Fred Wilcox.
Wilcox.
Yep, the miracle.
Yes.
Off of Curry
to
Wilcox. And then one play later, DeMarlo.
Yeah, right into
goes
the
into the end zone. Meanwhile, the Raiders are chopping away down to the 18-yard line. First down, Raiders.
Fred Taylor, I'm thinking
NFL. Yeah, those were they've had some sharp unis. Matter of fact, I did the McKinley High School game last night against – or no, I did not. Or did I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Against Lake. And I was jazzing Antonio after the game. I said, man, where's the white helmets? Because he promised a couple weeks ago after wearing black helmets, he was going to bring the white ones out. He did for 1 week. And they went back to the black helmets last night. Hand off around the right side. That's Ryan Iden on the carry inside the 5, close to the 4. And here comes the Purple Raider field goal unit with 3:40 left to go in the game.
Well, and that's what my grandfather remembers about the All Black is he said that back in the, and I'm talking like the Bupperieric, Wade Watts,
That's when my dad was there.
He was saying they only brought those boys out when they, as you said, meant business.
Yeah. That's how they rolled back then. It was like their uniforms kind of was a precursor of what they felt was going down that particular game. Kick is up and good by Merrick. Well, he's had a great day today. Perfection. Field goals and extra points, and with 3:05 to go in the ball game, Mount Union 78 and Wilmington 19.
Well, and then for Massillon, and Nate Moore has brought them back, but I've always loved the all orange. The orange tops, the orange pants, and the white helmet. That leaping,
with the leaping tiger.
The leaping tiger. They wore those when Travis McGuire was there. When they had that team with Lee back in the early 90s. And
Ryan Sparkman, Lamont Dixon.
That was a
one
good
of the great
team,
running
man.
back duos of football.
A 1991 team for Massillon. I know last year they got the monkey off the back with the title, but 91 should have won it. When they had Spielman, they deserved one.
Excuse me.
It's crazy to think, and when you start thinking about Ohio high school football, it's crazy to think that here in this county, that only now 3 teams have state titles in football. 4. Oh,
but it just happened.
I always forget about Aquinas too.
Central, St. Thomas, McKinley, Massillon. That is amazing.
It's crazy because Lake has been there, I think, 4 times, maybe
3
at least.
And one was a crushing defeat. Louisville was there.
And it was crushing defeat.
Was a crushing defeat.
Hoover
to
lost in that
Cincinnati
game.
Anderson. Hoover lost 17-14 in overtime down in Columbus in the rain at Ohio Stadium. And that team was loaded. Andy Logan and Brocker. And, Steve Schick and guys like that. Glass was the coach back then.
I would say
you're right. I mean, you think about it. That's crazy.
Well, and if you want to go Stark County adjacent, you can, of course, go to the Jim Lout year that they
West
had
Branch.
at West Branch. Incredible team. But this county that revolves so much around football, and that only 4. And the fact that Central and McKinley
have 3
each.
Yep. McKinley all in Division 1, Central in Division 4 and Division 5.
Didn't they win one of them in D3? Why do I feel like they beat?
You know what? Was it against Van Wert? Was that
I feel like
Division
it was
3?
D3 in 2000.
I think you're right. When I went to school, we were Division 2.
That's crazy.
We were 2. And it wasn't just like a couple of kids. We were a solid
2.
Division 2, yeah.
Well, but, I look back to last year, and you and I both were on the run with them, but Canton South last year, obviously Matt's a great coach, Matt Dennison, and they'll be back to a position like that with him. But they had an all-time class, and they ran into first out, by the way, made by the Guardians in the top of the 9th, 2 outs away from a trip to the ALCS.
7-3.
But they have an all-time class, and they go against a Glenville team that has no business in Division 4. No. And who knows the next time they get that opportunity, that close. Because Poochie Snyder is a kid that you see the last week of the season in Canton. 1 out away.
1 out till the ALCS.
Now I'm
going to relax a little.
That's the kid that you go to Canton on the last week, you go to Massillon on the last week, and you say, how did this team get here? And that's why. A kid like a Poochie Snyder.
Yep.
You see them all the time there.
2:45 to go in this one. Mount Union 78 and Wilmington 19.
Northwestern's another school that should have a state title.
Yeah, Vic Whiting had a run. and they were big and fast and physical, and they ran into Benedictine one year. One year they had to. Was it Thornville shared? I forget who it was. They ran Steubenville maybe.
Yep.
Ran into and.
Final score: Guardians 7, Tigers 3.
There's your ball game. We're a little behind on our video. This could be the last pitch coming up here. So, how about that? Bring on those Yankees.
I just got a text from my dad. Done. Bring on the Yankees.
Here we go.
We get to see how it ends now.
Here. That's right. How do you think it ends? We have no idea. Strikeout, pop up.
I think it's a K. I think it's a strikeout. Man, we're
boy, this video is way behind.
I say this is the second time we've been considered.
Wow. Think that Guardians clubhouse is going to be noisy?
Oh.
No. Ground out. And Clase makes the play, and that's it. How about that?
Bring on the pinstripes.
Bring them on. Look at that. Outstanding.
And we watched the whole game.
And we're still playing football here, by the way. Game has started at 1:30 this afternoon.
You know, you were mentioning Mount basketball earlier, and they return a lot this year. Should be very good. Christian Parker coming back for another year?
He is coming back. This will be his 6th.
So they've got him because of the COVID year. And then I was thinking earlier, because obviously that's the college team, them and Walsh, Malone here in Starr County that everybody's watching. But I think high school basketball this year in the county is going to be really interesting, too.
I think you're right. We had a couple of
McKinley.
I don't want to say it was down a couple of years.
McKinley, Louisville, and Jackson this year, and Hoover. All very capable.
Yep. Final 2 minutes to go here. Wilmington trying to fight for every inch on a 4th down play.
And the interesting piece to this year in basketball, too, Sam, is this is the first year in the state of Ohio that you have the advent of seven divisions.
So a lot of teams are going to be moving way up and way down in their division according to enrollment or what's that?
Competitive balance.
I could call another name for that, but I won't.
Love that buzzword.
Starts with a B, ends with never mind. 1:28 to go here. Mount Union 78 and the Wilmington 19. Again, a very quick post-game show when we're done here. We got the Buckeyes in Oregon tonight. So it'll feel so much better. It's so much better when your team wins early in the afternoon and then another one of your teams is playing later.
I know.
It's so much more enjoyable. Like the stress is gone. Sit back and watch. Quick dump over the middle, caught 45 to the 47-yard line. Boy, the Quakers they're not quitting here. Down 78-19. Minute 23 to go in the game. Heidelberg will be here next Saturday, 1:30 on WDPN. Raiders will be 5-0. Pass. Almost intercepted. James Chaney. Almost with a pick for the Purple Raiders.
How hard do you think that would have been for James had he picked that off to not run it back?
Oh,
for a
I know,
touchdown?
because you don't know when he's going to get out there again.
Kid's never going to see a ball like that again. He's a senior too.
Oh, but these guys know they're instructed.
That's one of those ask for forgiveness later type of situations.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I would have to think long and hard about that quarterback draw. But at the end of the day, if you do take that and score,
old Coach Dart is gonna.
Yeah, you're probably gonna pay for that somehow.
He's gonna let you hear about it. Maybe extra up downs at practice.
Maybe a little mile run at 5 a.m. on a cold day. 45 seconds left.
So 5-0, they're going to be, and after being tested last week, they come in this week, Sam, and you and I said probably a rough week of practice, probably a unique week of practice. I wonder how they respond from this, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's such a
Henderson on the scramble.
such a up and down on the roller coaster.
Roberts on the tackle.
I mean, you went from scoring 21 to 78. Now, you did give up 19 today, but
4th down and 4.
6 seconds left to go. Will they even get the playoff? 3rd and 9, 4th and 4. They got it off. Slant incomplete, and let's go home. Final score, Mount Union 78, Wilmington 19. The Raiders are 5-0. The Quakers dropped to 0-5. Post-game show right around the corner on 1310. Stay with us.
Get into SARTA and get SARTA smart. Who rides SARTA? You do. You, your neighbors, coworkers, and the people behind you in line at the grocery store. Our riders are moms, dads, students, retirees, and commuters. To help persons with disabilities, our ProLine countywide service picks them up and takes them direct to their destination. SARTA riders tell us they appreciate all the places we take them and how we help the community. That's how you get SARTA smart. Visit sartaonline.com/smart.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
"It's a gyro."
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro's.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Who's Pete?
Hello, Purple Raider fans. Chuck Moore here, former Mount Union running back, four-time national champion, and 2001 Ghilardi Trophy winner. Are you facing some major financial events, things like retirement, marriage, divorce, or selling a business? We at Markham Wealth understand, and we can help. Call 330-564-8590 or visit www.markhamwealth.com for a free consultation.
Neither tailored services nor the background of your financial professional should be construed as a guarantee of a particular outcome. Past performance does not guarantee future results. All investing comes with risk, including risk of loss. Markham Wealth is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
For over 80 years, Bonford Glass has been the expert when it comes to glass. You can count on the professionals at Bonford's for the latest techniques in glass repair, like the Aegis windshield repair system. The Aegis system can repair small chips in your windshield before they grow into big headaches. This revolutionary process takes less than an hour and can easily restore your windshield to its original strength. In fact, the Aegis windshield repair system is so effective that most insurance companies will waive the deductible and cover the entire amount of the repair, saving you and your insurance company up to 80% of the cost of a windshield replacement. The Aegis windshield repair system, just one of the expert repairs from Bonford Glass. They'll help you save money and make your windshield safer. Bonford Glass. Call 330-823-0450 or stop by at 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Hey, man, good to see you. What brings you out here today? Need to pick up a few tools. You? I need new kitchen cabinets, countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson's Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard plumbing registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park, or visit them online at robertsonkitchenandbath.com, where amazing meets affordable.
Get into SARTA and get SARTA smart. There are several ways to ride SARTA. Pay your fare the way you want. Use our Easy Fare app to get your ticket on the go. Tap to pay with SARTA Score and Touchdown cards. You can even pay with exact change in cash. The price is right and you can purchase at any of our transit centers. Tickets start as low as $1.50 per ride, or you can get a 30-day pass for $45. That's how you get into SARTA and get SARTA smart. Visit sartaonline.com/smart.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN.
All right, we welcome you back in here to Karas Stadium, University of Mount Union, as the Purple Raiders are a dominant winner today, 78-19, their victory over Wilmington to improve to 5-0 on the year. Wilmington drops to 0-5 on the season. We've posted pictures from today's game on Q92's Facebook page. If you would like to go and check those out now, we'll have interviews and such to come later on. Mount Union dominant today is the best word of description. 31 first downs to 21 for Wilmington. Wilmington hung in there in terms of some statistical appearances in this game, but the big difference for Mount Union, 36 attempts rushing, 336 yards, and 7 rushing touchdowns for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. Wilmington, 39 rushes, 79 yards. So they rushed it more times than Mount Union and gained almost 400 yards less than them. Just 248 passing yards for Noah Boudry, all in the first half. He didn't throw a pass in the second half. He was a perfect 15 of 15 in the first half. 3 passing touchdowns. He was sacked once. By the way, get a load of these rushing numbers for Mount Union. Caleb Minner, who came in, was the leading rusher in the game. He had 8 attempts for 102 yards. It was Tyler Echeverry, though, who had 8 attempts for 97 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sean Thomas, 4 for 85 and a touchdown. Darnell Williams also scored twice on the ground, and Noah Boudry scored on the ground as well. Receiving touchdowns, one by Nick Turner, one by Tyler Echeverry, one by Tyrell Sanders. Nick Turner, the leading receiver, though, 87 yards on 4 catches. Echeverry, 2 for 46. Sanders, 2 for 44. Cooper also caught 4 balls for 27 yards. All in all, defensively, 10 total tackles for Rossi Moore, 2.5 tackles for loss, plus he added half a sack to his growing total there. And the Mount Union Purple Raiders in total outgain Wilmington 284 or 684 to 234. I was giving you the Wilmington number first. For Wilmington, Isaac Rossi hung in there, quarterback, 15 of 29, 129 through the air, plus a touchdown. Caleb Gardner, 10 attempts, 55 yards on the ground, and 1 touchdown. So 5.5 yards a carry. Good day for him. And a guy that Sam and I were really impressed with, the tight end, Deontay Sanet, 4 catches for 61 yards. The score, though, was by Spawn on a catch over the middle of the field. All in all, as I said, complete and utter Mount Union domination to improve to 5-0. Coincidentally as well, their 68th consecutive regular season win, which is the best in all of college football right now. And for Wilmington, their 11th straight loss as Coach Kevin Burke and the team go back to the drawing board. Final order of business for us, our play of the game tonight, statistically and in terms of this game as a whole. And Sam and I both felt this way. It started on the first drive for Mount Union. A minute and 50 seconds into the game, Mount Union set the tone with this first touchdown of the day.
Boudry, flat, caught. Tyler, 40, 35, 30, breaks a tackle, 25, 20. He might go, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Tyler Echeverry from 45 yards away. He made the catch. He did all the hard work, and the Raiders are on the board.
One of his 2 catches of the day for 46 yards. And yes, all in all, Mount Union, a winner today, 78-19, as they improve to 5-0.
All right. That'll do it to it.
Sounds good.
78-19. Oof. It's a lot of points.
Heidelberg next week, right?
Heidelberg next week. The Student Princes will roll in. We'll have it 1:30 next Saturday here on 1310 WTPN. If you missed it, Guardians beat the Tigers today 7-3. They're going to the ALCS. And the Buckeyes will play Oregon tonight at 7:30 out in Eugene in a big, big college football game tonight.
It's a Big Ten game, right?
Yeah. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Former partner John Bazika doing lots of duties today as we were trying to keep everybody in check with what was going on with the guards. And anything else over there?
Yeah, I was going to say, by the way, some OAC.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you about some of
finals. Baldwin Wallace 36, Otterbein 7. Makes no sense. John Carroll 49, Capital 14. That's a final. I think Ohio Northern was ahead at one point in this game, if I'm not mistaken, but it's now Muskingum 42 and Ohio Northern 30. That's a final there. And headed to the fourth quarter, Marietta over Heidelberg 28-7. So if you're scoreboard watching, Marietta on their way to improving to 5-0 in their own right, setting up potential Week 9 game here at Karis Stadium.
Give us a little something to look forward to. What do you say? All right. That'll wrap it up here from Alliance for John and Ryan Rainsberg back at the studio. Thanks for listening, everybody. I know it was a busy broadcast today. Hope you enjoyed it. Sam Berkman saying so long from Karis Stadium, Mount Union 78 and Wilmington 19. Have a great weekend, everybody.
AM 1310 WDPN thanks you for listening to today's broadcast of Mount Union football. We now return you to the unforgettable favorites of AM 1310 WDPN.